トジャパン。
横浜。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis.
The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Ospo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
2022年横浜タイヤプレゼンツフォーミュラドリフトジャパン FDJ2 Round 5岡山国際サーキットからお届けいたします。 Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Yokohama Tire presents Formula Drift Japan FDJ2 Round 5 here at Okayama International Circuit。 まずはですね、単走の予選をお届けしてまいりますが、このねライブストリームの放送英語と日本語、両方で、お話しさせていただきます。 Now we're going to go ahead and start the qualify here at FDJ2 at the Okayama International Circuit. We will be doing the live stream in English and Japanese, so I'll be going back and forth. Let's go ahead and talk about Okayama. 現在岡山サーキットでね天候はあいにくの雨です。ちょっとね冷え込んで皆さん風邪ひかないようにしてもらいたいと思いますが、路面状況もウェット、全部ウェットになっているので、ドライだったりウェットだったりっていう路面よりかはいいかなと思いますが、 It's wet, it's raining, and yeah, as you can see, there's water all over the track. I am Robbie Nishida. I am your host in English and Japanese. 私ラビー西田が英語そして日本語での実況をさせていただきたいと思います。そして隣にいるのが英語実況のKenny Harris-san. This is Kenny Harris. He's going to be speaking in English. You're going to be doing the commentating while I'm doing the judging. でケニーが、自分がこのジャッジの一人として、参加しているので、この日本語の実況そして英語の、解説両方やりながら、ジャッジをしてまいります。そしてジャッジに集中しているときはですね、ケニーの方に、少し英語でカバーしてもらおうかなと、思いますので、ちょっとね行き来してたり迷っちゃうこともありますが、少しね英語の勉強になるかなと思いますし、海外で見てる方は日本語の勉強になるかなと思いますが、 Hopefully this is going to be a little bit of a English tutoring and Japanese tutoring at the same time while you're here doing the
Yeah, like Robbie said, I'll be chiming in whenever I can, but he's going to be doing a lot of translating because we're on the PA system out here. But at the same time, we want to talk to you viewers out there checking out the live stream. So we're going to say as much as we can, talk to you guys, and fill you in with what's going on.
さあで2日間の間ね、よろしくお願いしたいと思いますが、we're going to be doing this for 2 days today and tomorrow. Today we're going to be doing the qualify. 今日は、予選、そして、明日のですね、水槽トーナメントに残るための、16台をこの今日ですね26台ですね、が、揃ってますので、10台ほどちょっと予選不通過になってしまいますが、16台明日の、追走に残るように頑張っていただきたいと思います。 We only have 26 cars here today. There's going to be 16 going on tomorrow's tandem battle, so 10 cars will be leaving early. So let's go ahead and see the entry list right here. As you can see from the top, it's Yasuo Takano is actually not here. 今一番上に映ってるね高野選手でちょっと今回、不参加といった形なんですが、こちらエントリーリストをご覧になって、誰が、今回参加しているかっていうのを見てもらいたいと思います。そして現在ですね練習走行が行われてますので、もうすぐ、予選の方始まっていくんではないかと思いますが、right now we're watching the practice by the FDJ2 drivers, and we're going to probably be going right into qualify after we see this entry list and after we see these drivers practice.
Yes, the drivers so far had about 2 hours of practice this morning. It's been pretty rough. You can see the transitions that they're going through, the standing water on the track itself. It's very rough conditions for these drivers, and it's not making it easy for them.
本当 FDJ2 のドライバー、あいにくの雨でねちょっと苦戦しているドライバーがいっぱいいると思いますが、この路面をですね、グリップしてもらう今回の、主役と言っていいという、ちょっとタイヤのお話させていただきたいと思いますが、この FDJ2 の、シリーズ、実は横浜タイヤのワンメイク、そして今回も、皆さんアドバンネオーバー、フルモデルチェンジしたモデル AD09 を、履いての参加となります。Now this is a spec tire series where everybody's on the Yokohama Advan 8009s, so all the drivers are on the same grip level, and it's going to be a very close battle between these drivers. このニュータイヤの使い方も、勝敗を分ける鍵になるんではないかなと思います。なのでこのドライバーがみんな、同じタイヤ同じグリップレベルなので、車の、セッティングの能力とか、ドライバーのドライビングスキルとかがすごく左右してくるんじゃないかなと思います。I think the grip level is the same, so setting the car up right, the driver's level of how well they can attack this, especially in the rain today, is going to be the key to success.
Exactly, it's always like that, but it looks like it's like a number one one problem with FDJ2. We were at Sugo, the other international track. Here we are at our other big international track. They're both kind of getting bad weathers on both conditions.
そうなんですね、この国際サーキットにせっかく来たのに FGJ2 のドライバーもね、この雨の中、走らなきゃいけない、ところがちょっと残念なのはありますが、今日は、雨、ウェットということで、走っていただきました。明日の、追走は多分ね、ドライになるかもしれないので、そこはすごい見ものになるんじゃないかなと思います。さあ、こちら霧も、山の奥の方を見ていくと、発生していますが、今回のコースのレイアウトちょっと説明させてもらいたいと思います。Let me go ahead and explain to you a little about the way the track is laid out. You see the straight line from the start gate, the 3-2-1 initiation cone. スタート、ストレートずっと来ていただいて、左側にある321のコーン、そこで、ドリフト状態に車を持っていって、まず左側に大きく、R を描いているカーブ、アウトゾーン1、そしてそのすぐ後に、振り返して右側にあるタッチ&ゴー、そこはですね、できる限り近く、ずっと長くいる必要はないので、タッチ&ゴーなので、そこを通っていただいて、また振り返してアウトゾーン2、そしてここがね、恐怖の壁と言われるアウトゾーン3、2から3に行くところですね、スピードの調整をそこでうまくしながらアウトゾーン3壁際、走っていただいて、最後にインクリップ、振り返してインクリップフィニッシュラインといった、単純だけどスピードがいっぱい出てて恐怖感もある、とてもね、怖いコースだなと思いますが。So looking at the outside zone 1, it's very long on the left side. Right after that, there's a touch and go. You just have to make sure that the rear end of the car is as close as possible, just for a slight second. Then you can leave that, do a transition going outside zone 2. You have to make sure that you maintain correct amount of decel there going into outside zone 3, because there you go, man. There's a wall that ate up a few cars in the past too. Then you do a transition, going through the inside clip and crossing the finish line.
Yeah, the big thing I want to highlight is going from outer zone 2 to outer zone 3, there's an actual drop in elevation in the track because it goes into the infield, so there's a little dip. Right now we have standing water there, and a lot of these drivers, have spun out and lost control. And like you said, there is a wall closely right after that.
ということで、今ケニーの説明でもですね、このコースに立ってもらうと分かると思うんですが、このアウトゾーン2から壁のアウトゾーン3に行くところですね、少しその路面変化が、多くてですね、ちょっと下って上る形で、そこに水がいっぱい溜まっているので、ここもねドライバーが苦戦する場所ではないかというところですが、今ですねスクリーンにも出ていましたスコアの配分、自分が、ラビ西田がラインジャッジ、30ポイント、岩田和彦ジャッジが、アングルで30ポイント、そして今村洋一ジャッジが、スタイルで全体的の40ポイントを、占めている形ですね。こちら、ラインジャッジ30ポイント、アングルジャッジ30ポイント、スタイルジャッジ40ポイントです。So as you can see, I am Robbie Nishida. I'm going to be doing the line. I'm going to be judging the line. I have 30 points total. Mr. Iwata, Mr. FDJ, Mr. Iwata is one of our judges this time. He's a guest judge. He's going to be looking at angle. He has a total of 30 points. And next to him is our usual judge, Yoichi Imamura. He is going to be our style judge here today, which he has 40 points throughout the whole track.ということで、このジャッジも、各場所を見ながら、誰が一番うまく走れるか、そしてこのラインできる限り外に来て、できる限り角度をつけて、そしてスタイリッシュに、クイックに、そして失敗もなくできる限り、長い間アクセル音ができるドライバー、今日は雨なんでね、タイヤスモークとかも、見れないのがちょっと残念なのですが、シャープな走りを、ドライバーの方々にしていただこうと思っております。It's too bad it's wet.We're not going to see any smoke here, but as you can see, we have our parts that we're going to be looking at as judges, and hopefully they can make it all the way out to the outside line. So as much angle as possible, and it might be hard to be on gas all the time, but we want to see a lot of throttle.
Exactly. Unfortunately, watching online, you're not going to see that, like you said, the flare of the smoke. But being here in person, you're definitely going to see the skills out of these drivers manipulating their cars around these zones in these conditions.
さあ、この FDJ2 のドライバーもですね、こういう路面状況でもうまく、なんとかコースを、攻略できるんではないかと、ケニーも言っていますが、今ですね、このコース上、こちらアウトゾーン2の方から、コースを見ている感じなのですが、そこですね、今までですね、このアウトゾーンにあるコーンが、結構コースの際にあって、よくぶつけて倒すっていうことがあったので、それを要はぶつけたらペナルティーなんじゃないかとか、 いいのか悪いのかっていうのがいっぱい今までありましたので、前回の奥引きのラウンドからもう全部ずらした状態でもいつも、予選も練習も、していただこうというところです。So as you can see, the cones are a little away from the track, and there was a lot of mix-up where people thought it was good to hit it, wasn't good to hit it, you know, and we didn't want people to hit it, but it just sat on the edge of the track just for the drivers to be able to tell where the end of the track is. But now we have it moved in about 2 meters away from the track, and it's always going to stay there, where it's going to be there from qualify to practice to everything.
Yes, exactly. And another thing I want to explain is in here at Okayama this year is actually coming from outer zone 2 to outer zone 3, they actually filled that zone. There used to be a washout point for a bed of rocks to wash out and stuff, but this time there isn't. So it's definitely going to be very interesting how these drivers are going to handle themselves if they have to wash out.
そうなんです、今ケニーが言った通りアウトゾーン2から3に行くところですね、去年までは、アウトゾーン3の壁が始まる前がグラベルエリアだったので、よくそこでスピンをした車がそこで、止まりきれたり、アンダーになった車がまっすぐ入っていってしまったっていうのが、何回かありましたが、今回からですね、こちらちゃんと舗装がされているので、ここで、ちょっとデンジャーゾーンなんじゃないかなと思いますのでね、ドライバーの皆さんにも気をつけていただきたいと思いますが、しかしやっぱり壁沿いを、走らなきゃいけないので、極み切れた、車が一番かっこいい走りができてるんじゃないかなと思います。So you know, I know it's dangerous, but you have to be close to the wall. So
not only that, this is a professional level too.
Exactly.
So, but big thing is this is a second season for FDJ2. This is the feeder series into the Pro Series, and we're about to kick off qualifying. For those viewers out there asking the question when it's going to start, we're just getting the car squared away and ready to line up.
そうなんです、予選がね、もうすぐ始まるところなんですが、この FDJ2 は、フォーミュラドリフトジャパンの、シリーズに上がるための、シリーズ、なのでね、スペックタイヤのシリーズ、FDJ とはちょっと違った、ドライバー、そして車のセットアップとかですね、あるので皆さん楽しんでもらいたいと思いますが、さあ、こちらですね、スタート、地点にもう並んでいます。ゼッケン215高田健選手、ガレージ博多。
All right, our first driver's up. Takata rolling down the straight, coming into this 3-2-1. Let's see how he's going to start us off here in round 5 for that 2022 Yokohama Presents Formula Drift Japan FDJ2. Looks like he struggled a little bit leaving that 3-2-1 zone, coming in this outer zone 1. The fluidity is not quite where we wanted, but here he is coming through the touch and go, getting a real feel of the track today. And you can see the conditions really playing with these drivers' minds, not quite being able to get to outer zones 2 or 3 right there. So yeah, definitely a rough start right there for Takata. So he's with Garage Takata in his S15. Beautiful looking car, but we'll need a little bit more aggression out of him.
今ね、車も派手で、黄緑の車に乗っている高田選手なんですが、進入のところから、ちょっと不安げな、コントロールをして、アウトゾーン1は、ギリギリ通っていた形なんです。ここですね、ちょっとフラフラして、なんならもうちょっと戻ってるんじゃないかなっていうところがありますが、全体的にスムーズさがちょっとないかなという走り、そしてここですね、まずアウト1からタッチアンドゴーに行くところを振り返しきれずに車が一度まっすぐになってしまいました。そしてやっぱりその路面コンディションによって、やっぱり多めに見なきゃいけない部分というのは多分あると思うんですが、今の部分でもインコンプリート、そしてここでもですね、フィニッシュラインを越える前でも、車がまっすぐになってしまってハーフスピンという形で、1本目残念ながら0点です。Unfortunately, that's an incomplete for him. There was 2 major mistakes he made, almost 3. Initiation, at the transition, at the touch and go, and also before the finish line.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough for these drivers to lay down that solid run, especially where they have to control their speed coming into that 3-2-1. So we'll see how it's going to pave out for us for the rest of this qualify.
さあ路面コンディションがね、とても難しい状態になっていますが、予選みんなどんな走りをしてくれるのか、ちょっと難しい中でもうまく走れる人がね、やっぱりてっぺんに立てるっていうちょっと厳しい状況ですが、26台中16台が明日の追走トーナメントに出場します。So it's 16 cars out of the 26 that's going to make it into tomorrow's tandem. So like you said, you know, looking forward to the talent that they have on the track. I know the track condition is really horrible. We can actually, I mean, we're able to see there's no fog and anything, so which is, I have my fingers crossed, but 路面のねコンディション悪いんですが、まあとにかく視界がちゃんとしてるので良かったかなっていう部分はありますが。So what's your take on the first one that you just saw? Nerves, maybe?
Nerves, but at the same time, we usually start off rough. I mean, most of you viewers that are dedicated watching us throughout the season, it's been pretty rough throughout the season with our first few runs. So it definitely will pick up. And once they get kind of their nerves out of the way, because their practice session was kind of cut short with a lot of the cleanup sessions they had.
さあ、スタートラインに、続きましてついたのがゼッケン76番、堀田正史 LSK S14 シルビア。
Next up is number 76, Masashi Hotta in the LSK S14. We'll see here how he's going to perform on his first qualifier run on this cold, wet, rainy day for round 5. Here he is coming up to the 3-2-1. Nice, coming in real quick with hot with momentum. Oh, too much and washing out right there into the gravel.
いやー、今のちょっと進入速度が高いですね。なんかコースアウトちょっともう振り出しからちょっと怪しいなと思ってたんですが、ちょっと雨の路面なのに若干オーバースピードで入ってきたんじゃないかなっていう感じでした。が残念ながら今のねコースアウトで多分堀田選手の1本目は、0点となってしまいます。Unfortunately, it looked like he was coming in a little too hot for the way the track condition is now. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be an incomplete for his first run.
Yeah, it looked like he was coming in hot, but at the same time, he didn't get right back on it once he kicked angle. He just kind of locked up and unfortunately wasn't able to save it and get to outer zone 1. You could see him finishing off the course there, but unfortunately, that will be an incomplete for him. But talking a little about Okayama. Okayama is an international circuit. It's about 2.3 miles long. So that's what, 3.7 kilometers or so?
そうですね、3.7 キロぐらい、ありますね、一周岡山サーキット。2.3 マイルほど、なんですが、結構やっぱりね、国際サーキットということで大型のコース、そしてね、ピットの中、皆さん、堀田選手の1本目、残念ながら0点です。2本目に頑張ってもらいたいと思います。Unfortunately, that's an incomplete for Hotta. Hopefully, he can do a better job for his second run. Now at the start line. さあ、続いて、スタートラインについているドライバー、ゼッケン1番、白崎飛鳥選手、STF and Next Dream.
Next at the line is number 1, Asuka Shirosaki, ready to go in her S15 front 180SX, his Lady. This is a facelift for her.
Still 80 for the lady. Too early?
Too early, too cold and too early for that. But here she is, looks like she's ready to go, coming through the 3-2, coming up to the 3-2-1. Here she is. Let's see how her entry is going to be. Oh, real aggressive from the start, coming in. Looks like it's going to work for her here. Can she carry it through to the outer zone 1? Oh, just holding on, able to just hold on, dipping 2 tires there, it looks like, saving it, but reinitiating through this touch and go definitely is going to make the judges probably make the call she was not looking for. And there she is hitting outer zone 3. And what's hit?
進入ですごくドキッとした、進入なんですが、ちょっとアウト1もはらんでアウトに出ていってしまって振り返すところまで行けなくまっすぐになってしまったので、今回1本目残念ながら白崎選手多分0点になってしまいます。So I think that's going to, that was a very exciting entry by her. She did wash out on outside zone 1. That was 3 tires off there, so it's basically an incomplete. And after that, she was unable to do a transition, go into the touch and go as well and straighten. So I think that's going to be an incomplete for her first run. Hopefully, she can come back and do a better job for her second run. But I'm sorry, I cut you off. You were saying something.
No, you were good. No, the big thing is it looks like a lot of these drivers are missing that outer zone too. So through that touch and go where the FDJ pads are,
yeah.
The outer zone 2 is right in front of the judging stand.
で、アウトゾーン2がですね、このジャッジ席の目の前にあるので、これを通過、ちゃんとできたのが本当に目立つ場所なんですが、今の、状況からしていくと、とりあえず全体的に大きいミスをしないで、ドリフトをして走る、この路面コンディションなので、それを心がけて走ってもらいたいなと思います。I mean, because of the track conditions, I'm not going to say, there you go, Shirosaki 選手、1本目0点です。That's an incomplete by Shirosaki for her first run. But like I said, we're looking forward to just do a clean run, don't mess up, and get a score on the board first. because that's not a whole lot of people leaving. It's 10 cars out of 26. So don't make huge mistakes. Don't get an incomplete.
Exactly.
さあ次のドライバーです。ゼッケン66番岡田龍馬選手、Case Racing。
So next up is number 66, Ryuma Okada in the K's Racing S14. Looks like he lost his bumper during the practice run. Let's see how he's going to do here. Like I said, that outer zone 1 has been very difficult for these drivers, especially judging when they need to initiate and how much speed they need to carry to get all the way out to that outer zone 1. So here he is coming in through that 3-2-1. Ooh, dipping the 2 tires right there through that 3-2-1. Real deep there, trying to carry it through. Oh! But maybe too much throttle coming up to that outer zone 1 and kicked his rear end out and unfortunately was not able to save it.
いやーちょっとね進入かっこよかったんですけど角度も結構ついてたんですがちょっと激しすぎたのかなとこのアウトゾーンさんもすごい攻めていきましたがちょっと角度がいっぱいつきすぎちゃってるのかなっていう、感じがします。Looks like he's throwing a little bit too much angle. It was really aggressive and it looked good. But he's kind of all over the place because of the wet condition and stuff. So most likely it's probably going to be an incomplete.
Yeah, this is definitely a very...
これですね。激しいアウト、321のコーンですね。タイヤもちょっと出てしまいましたが、その後角度がいっぱいついた状態でアウト1、なんとかアウトに行こうとしたんですが、このように、反省してます。He looks like he got in trouble. さあ岡田選手、今の1本目残念ながら0点。That's an incomplete by Okada. Hopefully he can do a better job for a second run. 2本目に期待したいと思いますが、続いてのドライバー、ゼッケン728和田智樹選手、要 with I-Tide.
Next up at the line is number 728, Tomoki Wada in the K-name with I-Tide JZX100. Let's see how he's going to do it. These drivers really got to feed off of each other and realize they need to throw a solid run down. 10 drivers are going home. Right now we got 4 incompletes. Oh, and Wada coming in way too hot, losing it right there. But unfortunately, during practice session, the same situation happened with him.
So, no wheel spin in the グラベル
Exactly.
に入ったらできる限りホイールスピンしないでください。深くはまっちゃうので、引き上げるのにちょっと時間がかかってしまうので、出れるか Is he going to be able to make it? He made it! Oh.
There you go, saving some toe time right there. But
Thank
yeah,
you, Wada, but unfortunately that's going to be a 0 incomplete. 今のは0点。インコンプリートになってしまいますが、和田選手なんとか自力で出ましたね。Yeah, I was surprised that he was able to get out of there, especially it's probably being a little swampy out there too.
Exactly, but yeah, these drivers really need to understand what's going on with the track and everything, and that's like our right there. That's our 5th driver right there. Lost it in outer zone 1, coming in way too hot.
そうですね。今の5番目のドライバーなんですが、残念ながら0点。そしてまだですね点数が入ったドライバーがまだ、今日始まってからいません。残念ながら和田選手1本目0点です。That's an incomplete, official incomplete from Wada for his first run. Hopefully he can make it back and give us a score for the second run.
Is it bonus points for a 360 entry? Like if he saw it landed that, would you say, you know what, let's send it?
If it was up to me, maybe. But this is it's a competition, so we can't. さあ、今ですね、サブロックをしたらどうなのかってケニーから話が出ましたが、続いてのドライバーゼッケン290阿波野木更木選手、Rocket Bunny Racing ZX100 のクレスタです。
Next is number 290, Kisaragi Awano in the Rocket Bunny Racing JZX100 Cresta. And like we said before, seeing a Cresta on track is pretty rare because you don't really see it at, even at grassroots events out here, let alone on the road.
クレスタ100のクレスタってやっぱ珍しいんでね。で、少ない中競技に出てるっていうのもまた珍しいですよね。
Looks like she's ready to go. Here she is. Looks like she's taking a better cautious approach to outer zone 1. Oh, no! Like I said, there's that 360 entry. Oh, but unable to save it.
今のケニーが言ってたサブロクで成功したらどうなのかって話だったんですが、一応ね、ドリフトの競技ということでダメですが。Man, I mean, yeah, that's the sixth car we got in a row. That's a 0, so
it's really
that's an incomplete. Yeah.
But most of y'all out there that have seen the schedule, or not the schedule, the driver's layout, it's usually laid out from, you know, how am I trying to say this?
The higher rank? Yeah.
Higher ranks are at the bottom, so we're going from lower all the way down to higher rank.
We're going to be changing things up, making everything a little bit more similar to how the U.S. is. We're like a year behind, so there's going to be some changes there. But there you go, as you can see on the screen. 今のスクリーンにも出てる通りですね。Awano 選手が1本目残念ながら0点。It's an incomplete for Awano's first run, but she does have a second run. So, you know, good luck to her for the second run. But like I was saying earlier, we will be updating a lot of stuff for the 2023 season in FDJ. We're going to be making a lot of things that are a little bit more similar. And the judging is pretty much the same, but then the points and everything will be a little bit different from how it is in the US. So we're going to be probably adapting to that. So, 今ですね、FDJ も J2 も、同じなんですが、今まで通りの、スコアリングシステムだったりいろいろありますが、またね、来年2023年までに、ちょっとアメリカにまた寄せた形で少しずつ、ポイントの振り分けとかいろいろアップデートされるかもしれないのでね、そこら辺も来年、今年中そして来年見ていただける方々ね、楽しみに見ててもらいたいなと思います。
Man, you're very talented.
Why? Because I speak.
His speaking is very talented. Yeah, he's very good at that.
いや、英語と日本語が喋れるのがすごいってケニーは言うんですけど、俺はただのおしゃべりなんで、
But the big thing for the viewers out there, I am checking out the chat. I see what y'all are saying. I can
What's
only
going on the chat?
I can
Let's
only
go ahead
say
and introduce something.
I can only say so much because, you know, Robbie's doing the PA out here and talking to the spectators and everybody that's out here checking out the event. But keep in mind, today we also have practice for the pro drivers later on this evening. And then tomorrow is going to be a busy day.
Yeah, it's going to be busy. 今日はですね、この後午後もですね、フォーミュラドゥイトジャパンのドライバーの練習、走行があります。そして明日はすごく忙しい一日になりますね。明日は、FDJ2 の決勝、ベスト16がありまして、その後フォーミュラドゥイトジャパンの方の予選、60台ほどのドライバーから32台に、絞られるという形です。あ、こちら。There you go. You see us right there. どこにカメラがあるのか、ハイライダーのところですね。Hey guys, we're up here. 僕らはここにいます。そして、ちょっと寒いです。
Oh, he just said it's a little cold. No, it's cold out here. It's like 56 or so.
ちょっとですね、来るのに僕も舐めてましたね。こんなに寒くなるとは思わなかったです。I didn't think it was going to be this cold.
I didn't either. I forgot my jacket. Well, I got this thing, so it's pretty warm.
でもね、そう、フォーミュラドリフトジャパンのウェアがね、僕を温めてくれているので、よかったです。ありがとうございます。
Well, let's see.
So here we go. Yeah, right here. So we got him on camera. So let's go ahead and see. This is Mr. Iwata, Kazuhiko Iwata. This is Mr. FDJ. He is here. He's actually sitting in for Taniguchi, which is usually one. Or actually, yeah, for the FDJ 2, we usually have a different judge. We have a guest judge because we don't have it on the same day as Formula Drift Japan. But rounds like this, where we have both of the rounds together, we have a guest judge, and today it's Mr. Iwata, and also we have Yoichi Mamura all the way on the end. As you can see, they look really warm.
Cozy.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Andy Yen. ね、今岩田ジャッジ、こちらですね、岩田ジャッジ、そして隣にいる今村ジャッジですね。すごく寒そうな顔してますが、そしてですね、まあ今ご覧になっている、ライブストリームなんですが、こちらもちろんね、全世界、ライブストリームなので、一応両方英語と日本語で、お話しさせていただいていますが、FDJ の方の、ライブストリームは、日本語の放送、そして英語の放送、分けてあるので、そちらも、明日、予選からご覧になってもらいたいなと思います。I'd like for you guys to come back. Make sure you guys don't miss the show in the program tomorrow because we have the top 16 for the FDJ2, and we also have the qualifying going on in the afternoon for the FDJ tomorrow. And for the qualify for the FDJ, we're going to have live streaming
for English and
Japanese. It's going to be separate, so you're not going to be hearing us going back and forth. So there you go. Awano just got pulled out of the gravel. グラベルからですね、今、Awano選手が引き出されました。2本目なんとか得点取っていただきたいと思いますので頑張ってもらいたいですね。
And like I was saying earlier about the whole weather situation, so Sugo was the other international circuit we were at, and we were fighting with fog when it came to the J2 drivers, and now here we are with the rain, because apparently, according to the forecast, I'm knocking on wood now, it's supposed to clear up around noon and stop raining, and it looks like it's going to look good for the pro drivers for their practice session.
そうなんですね。何戦か前にあったスゴの時はちょっと霧にも泣かされたので、今回はまあウェットだけということで、ちょっと良かったのかなと思いますが、続いて、ゼッケン65番65歳、森吉美選手、Team Mori 65, car number 65.
Yep, Yoshimi Mori, here he is coming down the strip. He's 65 years old, ripping into the 3-2-1. Let's see if he can carry it through and make a solid run, but looks like he's coming in way too much angle, unable to hold it and losing it, but able to save himself just before.
Man, everybody coming in too hot.
I mean,
みんな侵入ね。
I gotta say, the stretch from where the start line is to that 3-2-1, it's long, and then from the 3-2-1 coming into that outer zone 1, you have to carry a lot of momentum. So I think a lot of these drivers have it in their head that they have to carry a lot of speed to keep that momentum.
Yeah, but it's slick, so I'm not going to say you need a whole lot of momentum because you're going to kind of glide out to the outside zone 1. いや本当ですね。多分このストレートが結構長い分、今の森選手のは走行0点です。That's an incomplete by Mori. ストレートが長い分、1のアウトになんとか届くように多分皆さんね、ちょっと頑張っていると思うんですが、ウェットなので気をつけていただきたいなと思います。It's wet, so just make sure that you know it's wet out there. But here we go, the next driver. 続いてのドライバー、ゼッケン767、ラーマン・ラスユ選手、RS 渡辺、ガレドリ with Buy Now Japan。今ですね、ちょっとコース清掃、行っていますので少々お待ちください。They are using the witch broom right now, cleaning the track. For those of you, you can purchase that at any hardware store in Japan.
There you go. Number 767 is sitting at the line, like you said. Raman Russell in his RS Watanabe Garedori Buy Now Japan JZX100.
なんか SNS で見たんですけどね、ラーマン選手なんか近い何週間か前かな、なんかクラッシュをして、ちょっと怪我をしたという、のを見たんですが、なんとか、スタートラインについてます。I mean, I saw on his social media that he got into a pretty bad accident. On track, but he's on track.
So it's
driving,
good to see him.
so,
Yeah, I'm glad to see him out here. I'm glad to see that he's good. But here he is coming through that 3-2-1. Oh, struggling. See if he's going to hold on to it. Definitely at that 3-2-1, unable to be in full drift.
おっと、面白いラインを通ったラーマン選手。I mean, that was a very interesting line he took at outside zone 1. さあこちらですね、もうちょっと進入の部分で、リアがちょっといい感じで出たんですが出し続けることができない状態で戻りの、ちょっとオーバーちょっとお釣りが激しいかなと。Yeah, so it says party in the back, but it is a lot of party going on in the back because he was kind of all over the place at the outside zone 1.
There you go, officially incomplete right there.
さあ1本目残念ながら、0点です。2本目に期待したいと思います。まあ1本ねみんな走ってこのウェット具合を、もっとね経験していれば2本目うまくいくかなと思いますが、 Next driver up 続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン29番山川貴信選手 LB Racing Jr. with 焼肉Momozo with Midwest Motors MJC.
Yep, at the line is Takanobu Yamakawa in his LB Racing Junior S15. Here he is coming real hot through that 3-2-1. Looks like he's coming in real close in that inside zone. But oh, just able to save himself. Huge correction, dipping up. Looks like three tires right there. Yeah. Well, let's see how he finishes the rest of his course. So big change for him early on in the season. He was rocking an SR under that hood. Woo! Riding that wall right there. Now he pumped it up and got a 2J. And definitely representing that Liberty Walk kit on that S15. Beautiful car, looks amazing. And man, the way he rode that wall got me a little nervous there. Woke me up a little bit.
Yeah, that was a good run. I mean, it was, man, if he would have just kept it on the track, because the outside zone 1, you can see there's 3 tires off at outside zone 1. He is surpassing the rumble strips. Here you go. Make sure you check out. There you go. That's a big correction anyways. And there you go. 3 tires off. his left front tire is on the outside of the rumble strip, so that's going to be an incomplete. 今のは残念ながら、戻りもあったんですが、それ以上の、ところでアウトゾーン1の方ですね、左の前のタイヤも、ゼブラの外に出てしまったということで、今の走行は残念ながら0点です。でもね、今までの走行の中で一番形になっている走行なので、2本目すごい期待したいと思います。I mean, that was the most put together run I've seen out of all the runs we saw this morning. さあ山川選手1本目0点。That's an incomplete, official incomplete by Yamakawa. Hopefully he can back, do a better job on his second run. さあ続いての走行、続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン219杉田秀彦選手 Worker.
Next at the line is number 219 Hidehiko Sugita and his Worker C33 Laurel. Here he is coming around to this 3-2-1. Looks like he's collected himself a little bit more here, understanding the track that, you know, bringing that momentum, it's going to carry through just off how slick the track is. Oh, and I said slick a little too early there for him, and he washes out through outer zone 1.
いやー今のは、いけそうだったのにタイヤがゼブラの外に出てしてしまった瞬間ちょっとつるっと、スピンしてしまいました。He looked like he was going to make it on outside zone 1, but as soon as the tires hit the outside of the rumble strip, boom, spin out.
Yeah.
いやこれで10台目ですね。That's 10 zeros in a row. 杉田選手1本目0点です。That's an incomplete for the first run of Sugita. So hopefully we can get somebody out here because we only have 16 more cars to go.
You know what? And I hope this next individual can understand it, seeing that his name is Dr. Rubber.
そうですね。ドクターラバー博士なのでね、この路面のことを承知で走ってくれるんじゃないかなと思います。ゼッケン2番ドクターラバー AMC Racing.
Let's see if you can find the grip on the track with his AMC Racing S14. Here you go. Coming through the chicane is Dr. Rubber. Here he is coming through that 3-2-1, adjusting himself just a little bit, but here he is manipulating his car, trying to make that right line to that outer zone 1. And there you go right there, finding, just saving his car right there. But a huge correction through that outer zone 1. Kind of gliding into this outer zone 3 here. Woo! Almost touching that wall, and you can see how slick it is right there. He's just literally playing with his car and throttle and trying to make it to those zones.
いや今のちょっとアウトゾーン1の、行動ですね。路面が、悪いとはいえルールはルールなのでちょっともう一度リプレイの方をチェックしたいと思います。Rules are rules, so we're going to have to see what's going on outside zone.
See if he did. Oh, yep.
Oh, that's actually 2.
But yeah, you can see right there.
Yeah, so we were looking at how many tires he was going off, but it looked like both his left tires, but at the same time he did straight, so that's going to be most likely an incomplete. 今のはタイヤの本数でいうと多分2本なのかもしれないんですが、アウトゾーン1で戻り、があったためちょっと点数が今回も入らないかもしれない。11台目になってしまうのか。Is that going to be the 11th car with a 0, an incomplete? Yes, it is. 1本目、ラバー博士残念ながら0点。でもですね、
But there you go. We saw
惜しいって感じですね。
we're moving in the right direction. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
I mean, they're starting to look like they're about to get a score. So let's see. Hopefully, this guy can make a score out here. さあ、続いてのドライバーです。ここで点数入れられるのか。ゼッケン200番二川隆選手 R&T Factory.
Next at the line, going through the chicane now is number 200, Takashi Futagawa in his R&T Factory Soar. Here he is, ripping through. Nice job through that 3-2-1. Maybe, too much rotation there, leaving that 3-2-1. But I must say, though, I really do love the FDJ2 cars. Definitely a huge blend. I think I say it every single round. And right here, here's one right now ripping past us. Unfortunately, getting an incomplete due to spinning out into entering into outer zone 1.
また0点になってしまいましたが、まあもう1本目なんで反対にもう絶対に皆さんね2本目決めてもらいたいなと思います。I mean, it's the first run, so you know what, nerves could get to you. The track condition sucks. I mean, you might, you know, hopefully they can come back, do it for the second, or make sure that second run is going to be a good one.
Man, you talk about nerves, you know, for me, nerves heighten a little bit more when I'm on an incomplete. So maybe, so you know, a lot of these drivers do perform at their peak most, the amount of pressure that's on them. So we'll see how they're going to do.
今の、走行、二川選手も0点。That's incomplete for 二川. So let's hopefully see, is he going to make the first score? Is it going to be car number 78? ゼッケン78番池本和真プログレス。さあ得点を最初の得点者になるか。
Here he is right here coming down. Ikemoto in the Progress S14. Looks like he's able to carry through that 3-2-1, trying to drag it out to the outer zone 1. And you can see how deep that outer zone 1 is. Oh, and unfortunately losing it, tipping too many tires. But let's see how he's going to finish the rest of the track here.
Yeah.
Oh, and losing it right there through outer zone 2. But just able to save his car. Robbie's building the frustration up.
No, I remember.
ウーサ
さあ、今のいけそう、浅くなった、でも大丈夫と思ったら今度は三輪脱輪ということで0点。That's an incomplete by Ikemoto and also spin out right here. So 100% zero right there. 池本選手1本目0点、残念ながら0点です。So that's an incomplete, official incomplete by Ikemoto. And you know what? I'm going to have to say, hopefully, this man will be giving us the first score. 最初のスコアはこの男なんじゃないかなってちょっと期待してます。ゼッケン11番、サムルーカ選手、Summit with Gamer Subs.
Next at the line, fan favorite. I already see the chat blowing up right now. Sam Lucas is ready to go. Let's see how he's going to do it. Let's see if he can get us our first solid qualified run here today at round 5. And here he is coming to the 3-2-1. Coming through into this outer zone 1. Looks like it's looking good. Oh, just straightening a little bit coming through the outer zone 1, but just able to hold on. And here he is coming through the touch and go. Nice job through that touch and go. Ripping back around. Coming in real hot toward that wall right there. Nice job through outer zone 3. And here he is finishing off strong through this inside clip into that finish line. But man, unfortunately, that outer zone 1 is a killer for everyone right now.
1のアウトもう見ないふりします全部。Hey, let's ignore outside zone 1. How about that?
Everybody gets max points
Exactly. いや今の本当残念ですね。このアウトゾーン1でのこのちょっとここでアンドル戻ってアンダーになってしまった部分がありましたが、それがなかったらいややっと得点が見れると思ってたのが残念。Yeah, it's an incomplete. I mean, that understeered. But you know, he saved it and went. So the rest of the track looked really good.
You know how that whole thing we talked about, how you can kind of manipulate your score as a driver by finding your strengths and weaknesses?
Mm-hmm. さあ今の走行サムルーカス選手残念ながら0点でも、形になっていたので2本目期待したいと思います。That's an official incomplete for Summit for his first run. Hopefully he can put together a clean second run. さあ続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン654北川浩二選手リードレーシング。
Next, coming through the chicane number 654, Koji Kitagawa.
He qualified first here last year. 去年はここで、予選1位だったんで期待してます。
Man, he's coming in with a lot of momentum through that 3-2-1, but look at that right there early on. Nice initiation. Can he hold on to it? Definitely going to have to relook at that. It looks like it might have been 3 tires off. Here he is coming through the touch and go to outer zone 2. Carrying it through that transition into that outer zone 3. Not too bad. Could have been a lot deeper into that outer zone 3.
いや今のちょっと1のアウトで怪しかったから、もう一度リプレイを、再確認しようと思いますが、得点入れたい。でもここでいやもう出てますね。Yeah, that's more than more than 2 for sure. いや今のコースアウト、残念ながら北川選手 でも形になっていたので、ね、この1本目でちょっと失敗しているドライバー、自分を多分追い込んでいく感じになってしまいますが、2本目、リラックスして、点数取っていってもらいたいと思います。
We'll see if the rest of the drivers and then these drivers that already been going on with their incompletes can, you know, find the common denominator here. It's outer zone 1. It's the entry, how they're entering, and not able to control their cars through that zone. Like I said before, it's a perfect equation, and that's something that needs to be kind of figured out.
ということで北川選手、残念ながら0点。Officially, Kitagawa's first run was incomplete. Hopefully he can come back stronger for the second run. さあ続いてのドライバー、ゼッケン48番北芝智之選手、OS 外見Sunoko.
Next up is number 48, Tomoyuki Kitashiba and his OS Gaiken Sunoko 86. Here he's coming into this 3-2-1. Just holding on, initiating, trying to hold through, carrying it to the outermost part of outer zone 1. Looks like it's looking really good right there. Just saving the car right in that line. Dipping 2 tires, just saving it. Do this touch and go. Let's see how the remainder of the track goes. There's outer zone 2, beautiful job. Let's see how deep he's gonna get into this outer zone 3. Could have been a little bit deeper there, just missing that zone. Well, let's see the finish through this inside clip into the finish. And it looks like we got our first official run that's going to get a score in the books.
So
you can see right here.
ようやく得点が入る、まあもう離脱してますが、コース上ですね。コース上うまくなんとか、ドリフト状態を維持しながらちょっとこの振り返すの部分少し、怪しいところがあったんですが、完全な戻りという捉え方ではないみたいなので、このまま得点は、入る模様です。So it looks like his transition at the before the in clip was very fishy, but I think we're going to give him a score on that. Pretty much that's going to be a scored run. The first scored run we have today, not the most beautiful run, but he's going to get a score.
Yeah, definitely. It's something to build off of for sure. And you can see that standing water right there. 69 for the first qualify run. First
scored
qualify run.
さあ、FDJ2 予選1個目のスコアやっと入ったんですが、69ポイント。北芝選手トップ、スコアを入れるトップバッターとして、69ポイント。
I almost got them. They probably thought that was all practice before, but no, that was our
first. Yeah, it's
like
that's our first run. ちょっとねみんな今までの全部練習かなってもしかしたらわからない方はライブストリーム見てて思ってるかもしれませんが、もう今予選始まってます。さあ続いてのドライバーゼッケン168箕輪正也選手、ヘイメン。
So here you go, Masayo Minoa coming down to the 3-2-1 in the Heyman JZX 100 Mark II. Nice job initiating through that 3-2-1. Right on the edge of the track. Here she is coming around to outer zone 1. Nice job through outer zone 1. Let's see how she's going to go through this touch and go here. Carrying on some strong momentum here to outer zone 2. Nice job. Little further in outer zone 2 would have been nice. And here she is ripping through that zone to outer zone 3. And how is she going to do here? Climbing uphill, connecting that inside clip to the finish.
やったスコアが入った。
And there you go. We have broken the streak of incompletes.
しかも、1のアウトのラインが結構良かったですね。As a line judge, I'd have to say outside zone 1 looked really good because she was basically on the line. Let's go ahead and check out the replay here. リプレイを見ていきましょう。アウトゾーン1ですが、こちらオンザラインですね。アウトゾーン1はほぼ、パーフェクトなんじゃないかな。あとはちょっとラインがちっちゃくなり始めたんですが、全部走り切って、スコアが入るので、良かったと思います。
Yeah, I must say the fluidity through that outer zone 1 was perfect because it looks like her car was just frozen in place, just moving along. Didn't have any corrections or anything like that. So nice job through outer zone 1, but definitely through outer zone 2 and 3, a little deeper is what we're going to be looking for. But there you go, 75.
さあ今の走行、箕輪選手75ポイントです。さあスコア入りましたが。
So solid job. And next at the line is number 16, Kota Watanabe, and his red ace with props, S15.
さあ続いてのドライバーゼッケン16番、渡辺康太選手 Red Ace and Props。さあ、北芝選手と箕輪選手に続けるか。 So let's see. I see the good, vibes coming. Everybody's on the roll now. We got 2 scored runs. Let's go ahead and see if Watanabe could carry it on as well.
Yeah, both times they've done an amazing job coming through that outer zone 1, and you can see how that momentum that they're carrying through that straight in the 3-2-1 is carrying through and making them get to that outer zone 1. So let's see how he's going to do here. Leaving the chicane, coming to the 3-2-1. Here he is. Nice job with the entry. A little subtle there on that entry, but here he is trying to carry it through all the way deep into that outer zone 1. Holding on right there. Beautiful job. Not super hard on the angle, but here he is carrying it through this touch and go to outer zone 2. A little bit more E-brake than intended, but not a lot closer to that outer zone 3 than the other 2 drivers that we've seen. And here he is. Let's see how he's going to finish through this inside clip to the finish. And just able to carry through. So let's see this replay here. There on that entry, but here he is trying to carry it through all the way deep into that outer zone 1. Holding on right there. Beautiful job. Riding right on the rumble ship, coming around to this touch and go. And you can see outer zone 2 could have been a little deeper and cleaner, but was a lot deeper into that outer zone 3 there.
いや先ほどの箕輪選手同様ですね、アウトゾーン1は非常に良かったんですが、ラインジャッジとしては、あとはちょっと、壁に寄り切れないとか、アウトに寄り切れない部分が多々ありましたが、先ほど言ったように、もう極めきるよりまず点数を入れるというのがもう最重要かなと思います。I think it's a lot more important than trying to do like a crazy first run. It's probably better to, it's smarter basically to be able to make a run there where he's not taking it all the way to the outside zones and everything, but he did a good job, fairly good job on the first outside zone. So さあ、渡辺選手1本目74ポイント、74 points for Watanabe for his first run. Good job, and man, that's 3 cars that we have that scored.
Don't jinx it all. We can't start that now. But
さあこれでスコアが3台いますのでね。
And like you said, it's very intimidating because this is one of our first tracks that we do actually have a wall. There's no cushion in between. It's a straight wall that they're coming into.
J2,
exactly. So
で J2 もね、この壁があるようなコースって結構走らないので、多分ね、この1のアウトを過ぎた後の振り返しからも、皆さん緊張しているのかなと思いますが、さあ続いてスタートしたゼッケン870花輪明宏選手 Wise Factory Eternal with Speedmaster.
Like Robbie just said, Akihiro Hanawa coming in through at 3-2-1, just holding on, is able to carry through this outer zone 1. Looks like he saves it. Nice job riding that line on that rumble strip, coming up to this touch and go. Right in front of the judges stand through this outer zone 2. Just saving it and riding up to that outer zone 3 there. Not too bad. And here's the struggle, ripping up to this uphill through this inside clip, just saving it. And man, it looks like they're on ice out there. But there you go, another completed run in the books. Let's see this. Look at that hard flick initiation through that 3-2-1.
いや今の進入はすごい激しかったんで、うわっと一瞬思ったんですが、ちょっとアウト1離れるのがちょっと早かったかなぐらいで、あとは全体的に、よりフルに寄り切れてないんですが、いいところまで、車をしています。こちらのねウォールも少し間隔が空いてますが、かなりいいところを走ってるんじゃないかなと思います。I'd have to say he left outside zone 1 a little early, but overall, looking at comparing it to the other cars, it looked like he was a lot closer to the outside zones throughout the track, even by the wall. So there you go, 80 points. さあ、今の花輪選手の80ポイント。花輪 got a 80 for his first run.
Yeah, I gotta say, his initiation was very aggressive, flicked it real hard. Obviously, you can see it slowed his momentum down, but he was still able to carry it all the way to that outer part of the
いや今
zone.
の本当、エントリーですね、イニシエーションのところですね、振り出しが結構シャープで、ちょっとドキッとした部分ありましたが、かなりいい走りができたんではないかなと思います。花輪選手、1本目80ポイント。さあ、続いてのドライバー、こちら、ゼッケン220、石塚真一選手、オートガレージ S。Ready
to go at the line is number 220, Shinichi Ishizuka in the Auto Garage S R33 Skyline.
The smooth Ishizuka, smooth 石塚。
Now let's see how smooth he's going to do here. Coming to this 3-2-1. Let's see how aggressive he's going to be with his initiation. Looks like he was pretty subtle on it, but he's able to carry it all the way out to that zone right there. Nice job riding that line. A little bit right there on that rumble strip, but here he is coming to 3-2-1. Very smooth here, like Robbie was saying. Nice job. Could have been a little deeper through that outer zone 2, but look at that, carrying it all the way out to outer zone 3 there. And here he is climbing up to this inside clip to finish strong and coming real aggressive there, real wide through that inside clip. But there you go. There's the initiation coming in. Real smooth from outer zone 1 in the touch and go.
いやさすが石塚選手、スムーズさが売りと言ってましたが、本当にこういうね、ウェットの路面うまく走っています。このスムーズに、ラインを取りしていますが、ちょっとアウトゾーン3離れて、アウトゾーン3の方に向かうところですね、に気を取られたのか、アウトゾーン2がちょっと遠かった。そしてインクリップも少し変なラインで入ってきましたが、なんとか走り切って、こちらもスコアが出る。
Yeah, I must say, I did like his transition from there. You go 77 for his first qualify run.
さあ石塚選手、1本目の走行77ポイントです。77 for Ishizuka's first run.
And like I was saying, I loved his transition from the touch and go and then his hard flick, but it's just if he could have been a little bit deeper because he was about a car length in
Yeah,
that
exactly. この
zone.
振り返しもね結構シャープでうまくできていたと思うんですが、やはりラインの部分で少し、アウトゾーン2の方ですね、アウトの方から遠かったんじゃないかなという感じがしますが。 さあこちら次のドライバーです。ゼッケン840山下和孝選手、カズパワー。
Next at the line, number 840, Kazutaka Yamashita in his Kaz Power 180SX. He's got that very powerful VR38 under the hood, but I don't know if it's going to be needed today.
Yeah, he's just going to be like 10% throttle.
Exactly. He put a wood block underneath this throttle pedal. Here he is coming around through that 3-2-1. Keeping us in suspense, and nice job. Oh, just holding on right there on the rumble strip, but oh, huge straightening through, entering into this touch and go. Oh, and just losing it. Yeah, we were a little bit in and out on that for me and Robbie being in suspense, and unfortunately was unable to hold on through outer zone 2.
残念ながら続かなかった、ですが、まあ、ちょっと2本目ね期待したいと思いますが、山下選手も他の、コースでも予選1位とか取ってるのでね、今回も期待したいなと思います。2本目に、頑張ってもらいたいと思います。こちらアウトスピンするかと思ってるところでスピンしない。Looks like he was about to lose it, and he didn't. Then he loses it somewhere else.
I don't know if the rumble strip helped him or made it worse. But there you go, incomplete for him. And we are down to our last 5 drivers for the first part of qualifying.
さあ今の山下選手の0点が、確定しましたが、続いてのドライバーです。残り5台です。ゼッケン84番柴山翔太選手、インパクト and hardcore racing.
Next at the line, number 84, Shota Shibayama in the impact and hardcore racing JZX 100 Mark II. He podiumed first last round. Let's see how he's going to do and how he's coming out this time. It looks like he's coming very aggressive into this outer zone 1. Look at that huge angle. Oh, adjusting himself just a little bit to not overshoot that zone. It looks like he wasn't quite able to make all the way out to that zone, but here he is through the touch and go. Not the smoothest part in outer zone 1, and here he is finishing the, oh, huge straightening, entering, and like I said, there's that drop right there. But there he is finishing the rest of the course.
いろいろなところで、ギクシャクした走りでした。前回大会は、優勝している柴山選手、ちょっと角度がつきすぎてそれを修正するかのようにちょっとホイールスピンは続いてるんですが、かなりペースを、乱してしまった後、この振り返しの後ですね、一回ちょっと車がまっすぐな状態になってしまうという、ところ、ゴール前ですね。Yeah, so in front of the wall, it looked like he, straightened, and also going into the outside zone 1, it looked like he threw a little bit too much angle, where he lost his pace, and that kind of messed up the rest of the track. ということで柴山選手、残念ながら1本目0点です。That's an incomplete by 柴山 for his first run.
But yeah, like I was saying, at Okuibuki, he took first. And look, right up there, his next is going to be
さあ続いてのドライバーカーナンバー620平岡秀夫選手 Team HRK Rapid.
So Hideoka is up at the line next. He got third at Okuibuki, so we'll see how he's going to qualify today and carry himself, because currently he's sitting fourth in points for the FDJ2 series.
さあ前回の、大会ですね3位、の平岡選手、今ですね現在 FDJ2 のシリーズランキング4位になっていますのでね、この岡山大会かなり、この上位のドライバーたちにとっても、重要な、一戦になるんではないかなと思います。I think this Okayama round is going to be a little important, or it's going to be very important for some of these higher ranked drivers that are in the FDJ2 championship series championship.
Yes, and you can see out there killing it with the brooms.
Yes, the witch brooms.
The witch brooms. And right there you can see the Tundra, the chariot that brings myself and Robbie here to every event.
であちらですね、僕らが乗ってきた今回、大きいスクリーンがついているタンドラも映ってますが、今ね映っている、ほうきなんですが、海外の方はねこれ魔女が使っているほうきなんじゃないかっていつも、言われてますが違います。魔女は使ってないです、岡山のほうきは。ちゃんとね、結構使えるほうきなんでね、海外の人にもぜひ使ってもらいたいなと思いますが。I was just explaining a little about the witch broom, and yeah, if you have a chance to come to Japan, try it out.
Definitely buy a
one,
souvenir.
Take it home.
Yeah.
Take it home. Yeah, I mean you can use it for Halloween. You know, Halloween's
That's
coming up.
true. It's right around the corner.
Wow.
And look at that. They zoomed up on my face, way
Kenny.
over there.
Kenny, ちょっと
Come on.
ちょっと
Come on.
ちょっと Kenny's got the your chin. なんであんなケニーにズームアップしたの？
Hey, Robbie's clowning on my second chin, you know. That's just support.
さあ、これでコースクリアということでゼッケン620平岡選手の、1本目となります。
All right, here he is coming through the chicane into the 3-2-1. Looks like we're ready to fire it back up. How is he going to do here on his first qualify run? Ooh, huge adjustment there coming through that 3-2-1, entering into this outer zone 1. Oh, and just dipping 3 tires right there. Let's see how the rest of the course goes so he can get a feel of the rest of it right there through outer zone 1. Just a little bit longer than we expected on the e-brake pull there. But yeah, very unfortunate. Early on in that 3-2-1, that entry was very, a lot of corrections made. And then there you go, dipping 3 tires through that outer zone 1.
いや今の平岡選手のね、ちょっと進入からギクシャクした動きなんですが、アウトゾーン1、タイヤ3本出てしまって、ゼブラの外ですね、出てしまいましたので、1回まあ進入のところでね、イニシエーションができたんですが、車が戻る状態でもう1回再イニシエーションする形になってしまいました。It looked like he had to reinitiate after he made his initiation at outside zone, or right before the outside zone 1 at the initiation zone, and he did dip 3 tires off the rumble strip, so that is going to be an incomplete. 今の平岡選手の走行、残念ながらですね、ベテラン平岡選手も、ちょっと雨が苦手なのか、1本目、0点となってしまいました。
So here you go. We'll see how our final 3 drivers are going to go on their first qualify run.
さあ、シリーズランキング3位、のドライバーです。ゼッケン206松井幸雄選手 Team Ocean Plus S with M2 Evolution.
Next up is number 206, Yukio Matsui. In his beautifully built S13. Here he is coming through the chicane, entering up into this 3-2-1. Here he is. Nice job. Looks like he's carrying beautiful momentum all the way through. Nice rotation, just holding on right there, getting into that rumble strip, but carrying it through. Took a little bit of his angle out halfway through that zone, but here he is coming through the touch and go, getting all the way out right there to outer zone 2. Beautiful job in outer zone 2, and let's see what he's going to do here.
Whoa.
Oh! From here it looked very nice. You saw right there how close he was in the outer zone 3. And there he is climbing into the final part of that strip right there to the finish.
じゃあこれラインだけで言うと、ちょっとフラフラしていたんですが、かなりいい場所を通っていたんじゃないかなと思います。It looks like he got pretty close to all the outside zones, and I would have to say just line score was pretty good. decent score. Actually, just from the line part of it. Let's go ahead and see the rest of the track. さあこちらもですね、もうこのコンディションの中で車のパワーと動きをちょっと最大限に使ってるんじゃないかなというような感じの走りでしたが、ベテランらしい安定した走りで、松井選手1本目、走り切れました。I mean, he's a veteran, and he's you know, a very, very skilled driver. So pretty sure he had a lot of experience in the rain and everywhere else. But it looked like it was a very well put together run. There you go, 84
Boom,
points.
84, solid run.
さあ、松井選手の1本目、84ポイントです。So that's an 84 by the veteran Matsui. Well, he's actually a rookie in the FDJ series, and he's trying to make it up to the FDJ series by going through the FDJ 2 rounds. So let's see what he's going to do for the second run. But before we go to that, let's go ahead and see the second ranking of the series, FDJ 2. Car number 283長澤翼選手、翼紹介 with hardcore. 現在 FDJ2 シリーズランキング2位です。
Sitting in second place right now, Tsubasa Nagasawa in his R32 four-door coming around. Whoa, real aggressive right there. Upgraded the powerhouse. Now he's rocking a 2J under the hood. Here he is.
Wow.
Just resting his rear tires on the rumble strip, coming through this touch and go. Let's see the transition around here, real deep into that outer zone 2. Nice job through the outer zone 2. It looks like he's real early to the outer zone 3. Nice job. That's what we're talking about. And here he is coming around in his amazing, oh my, and a huge correction going through that uphill to that inside clip.
もったいない。Man, that is a waste because, oh man, that was such a waste. I mean, I would have to say that was nearly a perfect run up to the outside zone 3. I would have to say right here, that's pretty much a 10 for me on the outside zone, then the 5 right there. And right here, he's right on the line. That's another 5. I'm not going to talk on behalf of the angle and nostalgia, but I'm talking about the line. But right there, right on the wall, that would have been a 5 too. So all he had to do was clear the inside clip. But right here, oh man. いや今のは本当に惜しい。ほぼ、ラインが全て満点だったんじゃないかなというような走りですが、振り返しインクリップに行く前で、車体が1回、まっすぐの状態になってしまいましたので、まあ本当残念なんですが、That's an incomplete 0点となってしまいました。2本目期待したいと思います。さあ、予選1本目最後のドライバーです。現在ランキング1位です。ゼッケン270堀内陸斗選手 from 堀内 Factory.
Next, number 270, Ryuta Horiuchi from Horiuchi Factory in his 1V. Here he is coming around the 3-2-1. Unfortunately, suffered transmission issues last round, but able to get his car back ready to go. And here he is, fired up, ready to go, riding that line. Looks like it was very close. A correction, leaving that outer zone 1. Not quite able to get to outer zone 2 and just saving his car right there. Real deep and early to that outer zone 3 right there. Oh, and just a little over rotation. So yeah, a lot to clean up on that run for his second qualifying.
ちょっとやはりですね、この今現在シリーズランキング1位のドライバーでも難しいこのコースコンディション、まずここでもうほぼ、3奪になってしまいました。そして、ここ振り返してですね、ラインもあまり外に寄れてないんですが、ここ壁に寄っていくところちょっとラインが、怪しいラインで入っていきましたが、なんとか壁をクリア。そしてなんと得点が入りそうなところ、ここ振り返しのところ1のインクリップの前でハーフスピン状態、そしてまっすぐフィニッシュラインを越えていく形になってしまいました。There's a lot of things. I mean, I think that was almost 3 tires off at outside zone 1, a straightening, a major straightening right before the finish line, so he's going to get an incomplete. 残念ながら堀内選手1本目0点ですが、手応えはあると思うので、0点になったドライバーも含め皆さん、2本目に期待したいと思います。
And that right there is going to wrap up the first half of qualifying. Looks like we got 6 scores in the books. A lot of slots opened up. There's 26 drivers. We're going to be cutting 10 today. So we'll see what these drivers are going to do for their second part of qualifying.
さあ、予選の1本目、すべてのドライバーが、走り切ったところで、ここで一旦、コマーシャルとまたすぐ戻りますので、皆さんご期待ください。 We'll be right back after these messages.
Formula Drift Japan.
Yokohama.
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis. The brightness. Called brilliant. Valenti.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.
フォーミュラードリフトジャパン。
2022年横浜タイヤプレゼンツフォーミュラードリフトジャパン FDJ2 Round 5岡山国際サーキット、予選の2本目が、始まろうとしていますが We're back to the 2022 Yokohama Tire Presents Formula Drift Japan FDJ2 Round 5 here at the Okayama International Circuit. We're back for the second round of the qualify runs for the FDJ2 drivers.
And so far, we have 6 drivers that have scored points. We have 16 spots available. So we'll see how we're going to do. Here today, we have 26 drivers total, too.
現在26台中まだスコアがたった6個しかないのでね、ベスト16に残るためにはあと10台、頑張っていただきたいなと思いますが、2本目に、ちょっと力を蓄えているドライバーもいるかもしれません。そして0点が1回になってから、ちょっと緊張しているドライバーもいるかもしれませんが、できる限りね頑張ってスコアがね入るようにしてもらいたいと思います。Hopefully, I know they're sitting on an incomplete. It's going to be a lot of nerves for the drivers. Hopefully, they can come back, get a score for their second run, make it into the top 16.
Yeah, and the biggest thing we talked about was the common denominator was outer zone 1. So outer zone 1 was the biggest issue. Cameraman, zoom in once again on me. But no, outer zone 1 was the biggest issue with all the drivers today. So hopefully they're going to check out the replays of the live stream and they'll get their stuff collected together and put a solid run in the books.
いやアウトゾーン1で失敗しているドライバーがすごくいっぱいいたのでね、ここで1本目走った後2本目に向けて進入のあり方をどうしたらいいか、このウェットの路面でこの速度差が出るコースでどういった、進入した方がいいのかっていうのを少し考えながら、作戦を立てて2本目の、予選に挑んでもらいたいなと思いますが、この、画面でも見ての通り見てください。この土砂降りとまではいかないんですが結構、雨、強めに降っています。It's not pouring rain, but it's a good amount of rain right now, and looks
It's
like the track.
continuous. That's the
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah, the track is wet all the time. コース上はもうずっとウェットなので、皆さん同じ、路面コンディションで走れるかなと思います。
Yeah, it's pretty continuous. The visibility for the drivers probably isn't too crazy. I mean, if the drivers chime in, they'll probably let us know. But we're getting word right now on the first driver ready to qualify.
そうですね、今ちょっとお話に上がったんですが、ゼッケン215、高田健選手が今現在5分間ルールを使用しているということで、looks like、the first driver up for the second run, car number 215, Takeru Takada from Garage Takada, called his competition timeout. So I think we are going to be waiting for that, or are we going to go into the next round or the next driver? So it looks like we're going to go ahead and go to the next driver. さあ、続いて、今現在高田選手が5分間ルールを使用しているということで、次のドライバーに、行く模様です。高田選手のね、トラブルなのか何なのかちょっと、心配にはなりますが、5分間で修理をして、2本目の走行できるようにしたいと思います。1本目0点なのでね、ここで、リタイアとなったらちょっとねやるせない気持ちになってしまいます。So it looks like there you go. There's a Yokohama sign right here, and just to remind you that we are doing this is a spec series of the Yokohama tires with the Advan. Everybody's on Advan 8009. 今ね、横浜の、ブリッジが見えたところがありますが、ここ、岡山サーキット FDJ2 のラウンドですが、ワンメイクタイヤ、横浜タイヤのワンメイクタイヤで皆さん全選手 AD09 の、タイヤで、走行しています。
Yes, it's going to be a very exciting weekend. Hopefully this rain will leave us for the Pro Series, but it's a jam-packed. We got FDJ2 and the Pro Series going on this weekend. Also, we have FMX riders coming out too, I believe, tomorrow and the next day.
Yeah, we have a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
いや本当今週末このね岡山サーキット、もしね足を運んで、いただける方がいればぜひ遊びに来てください。FDJ2 そしてフォーミュラドリフトジャパン、そして FMX いろいろ、ありますが、こちらですね今画像に映っているのがこうアドバン AD09 です、このタイヤ全部マーキングしているのは FDJ2 のタイヤですよと、いうところです。全選手、 タイヤが一緒なので、グリップレベルも全て一緒。そして今年の初めにその AD08 から09になった、タイヤをねどうやってうまく使うかっていうのもねドライバーとチームの力だなと思いますので、車のグリップレベルそしてドライバーのスキルを、磨きながら、誰が一番、このシリーズチャンピオンになれるのかすごく、楽しみにしています。And as you can see, AD08s changed to AD09s at the beginning of this year, so it's a brand new tire. All the drivers, it's a spec tire series, so all the drivers are on the same tires, AD09s. So it's all about car setup, drivability, and the team skill, and whatever skills that they have behind the team.
Wheel.
Yeah, the wheel or whatever it is, the car. I'm lost of words right now because it's so cold.
It's cold and he's talking 2 languages right now. So hats off to you, Robbie, for doing that. I'm not doing too much talking. I'm chiming in here and there. I'm definitely viewing the chats.
What do we have? Anything interesting going on? I'm pretty sure there's a lot interesting. I wasn't able to.
No, this chat today, I must say, it's very conservative. You guys are pretty good on the chat today. I like it. I've been reading a lot about what's going on. But the big thing is I do view it. I appreciate you out there that are checking out the live right now. Tomorrow we will be on for the Pro Series. We're going to be on our own channel for the English channel. So you had to go to the Formula Drift
そうなんですね。
YouTube channel.
で今ねライブのチャットをねほとんど英語の、チャットばかりなんですが、今僕らもそれを見ながら、お話しさせていただいてますが、明日のね、FDJ の、予選の走りなんですが、日本語の放送そして英語の放送別々になるので、今回 FDJ2 今年はですね英語と日本語両方、同じチャンネルで済ませていっています。ということで、現在チャットで
Where's everybody viewing in from? That's probably an easy one that everybody throws a flag out, even though we're slowly learning more and more flags.
I know, we look at a flag and it's like, I wasn't really good at world history and, Oh, there you go.
Looks like we're ready to start this second part of qualifying.
今ですね、映像にはちょっと、違うドライバー、5分間ルールを使っている高田選手の、名前が出ましたが、今、スタートラインにいるのがゼッケン76番、堀田正史選手 LSK。So
it looks like we're going to have Masashi. Is it? Yeah, we got Masashi Hota that's going to be at the line right now in the LSK S14. Because currently we're still waiting for Takada.
Yeah, he called his competition timeout earlier, so hopefully he'll be back.
And here we are 15 seconds later getting all the viewers, because that's the delay pretty
さあ
much
今
from
ですね、
live.
日本以外ですね、ブラジル、カナダ、アメリカ、ニュージーランド、ナルニア、アルーバ、すごいですね。
Somebody put Hogwarts. Hopefully they're at Universal Studios.
さあ、
But here we are, we're back at it.
Second run, Hota.
Exactly, back up. Looks like he's coming into this 3-2-1 right here. Adjusting his weather, coming real hot with the momentum. Here he is, just dipping right there. Tire coming around to outer zone 1. Oh, just over rotating right there. That is his second qualified run, and it's not looking good right now.
今ので堀田選手、今週末の、FDJ2 のイベントは、ここで敗退という形になります。残念です。That's an incomplete, and I'll make it official in a little bit, but yeah, he came in a little too hot. He could not keep the angle and spun out right before the outside zone 1, so his weekend is cut very, very short here at Okayama.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Hopefully we see less of that and more completed runs. But yeah, there's a few Ohio out there. Ohio is home to me, so shout out to you Ohio people.
さあ、堀田選手0点、残念。今回は0.2回で、予選不通過となってしまいました。That's an incomplete by Hota, and unfortunately, he is knocked out. He will not be making it into the top 16. さあ、続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン1番、白崎飛鳥選手、STF and Next Dream。さあ、1本目0点、2本目、なんとか点を、取っていただきたいと思います。
Let's see. Asuka Shirosaki, she had a really solid entry. Now let's see how she's going to do here to put it all together. Real aggressive again, right there, coming through that 3-2-1. Nice job. Really aggressive, but is she going to be able to hold on? Not able to quite hold on right there. And washing out, unfortunately.
No!
not what we wanted. But man, she brought some momentum through that zone and very aggressive on the approach. Oh!
おっとっとっと、あそこがちょっと危ないゾーンですね。ちょっとアウト2から3に行くとこ、that's the danger zone right there. But like we said, 城崎選手ね、今0点今回2個、取ってしまいましたので予選は不通過となってしまいましたが、この1コーナーの飛び込みの激しさはもうすごい。もうすごいとしか言いようがなかったです。これでね失敗せずに、なんとかラインをトレースできたら、結構いい得点が取れたのではないかなと思いますが、残念ながら予選1本目2本目両方とも0点です。Unfortunately, Shirosaki got an incomplete for her first and second run, so her weekend is cut short as well. But I'd have to say, you know, nice hustle going into outside zone 1 though. I mean, a lot of heat coming in. And if she was able to hold on to that, that would have been very nice, but not this weekend.
Yeah, I think she was probably anticipating with the hard angle she was coming in through that 3-2-1 was going to slow her momentum down coming into that zone, but both times she washed out. So very unfortunate, and that's the end.
And our next driver, car number 66, Ryuma Okada from Case Racing is not going to run. So that's he's going to be out as well. 今、情報によるとゼッケン66番岡田龍馬選手、ケーズレーシング、リタイアということで、残念ながら2本目走行しないということで、次のドライバーに行きたいと思います。あ、来てない。来てない。リタイア届ではなく、もうスタート地点に来てないので、リタイアという形になってしまいますね。ウォームアップの方もね、自分の順番の、時にはちゃんと行ってないといけないんですが、自分の順番通りに、スタートライン、そしてウォームアップの方に行っていないドライバーは無条件で、リタイアという形になってしまいますので、他の選手も、そこも気をつけながら、次のドライバーちょっと先を考えながら用意をしていってもらいたいと思います。I guess Okada didn't make it to the line, so he's just out. He's supposed to be at the line for his turn, and he just didn't make it out there, so he's going to be skipped. So we're going to go ahead and go into the next driver. 続いてのドライバーです。2本目なんとか点数欲しい。ゼッケン728和田智樹選手、要 with eye tide.
There goes. Next going through the line is number 728 Tomoki Wada in the JZX 100 Mark II. Here he is coming through, initiating a little bit later there. Let's see how he's going to do here to hold on into this outer zone 1. Right there on that fine line. Looks like he's dipping 3 tires. We'll have to check out that replay, but here he is through the touch and go. And straightening right there, coming through that outer zone 2. And adjusting himself, coming up, climbing into that inside clip. Real deep on that inside clip right there. Well, it looks like he did a huge straightening, leaving that touch and go coming up to this outer zone 2.
Yeah, we're going to have to see the replay one more time. ちょっとリプレイ確認したいんですが、ちょっとですね、タッチ&ゴーからアウトゾーン2に行くところ、和田選手、アウトゾーン 1もほぼ、2脱だったんですが、3つ目のタイヤがラインに乗っている状態、そしてここですね、ここからちょっとですね、タッチ&ゴーからアウトゾーン2に行くところですね、車まっすぐ進めてしまったということです。なので残念ながら和田選手も
There you go, official.
いや残念。Yeah, it's unfortunate, but Wada gets an incomplete for a second run as well. 2本目、和田選手、2本目も0点ということです。さあ、続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン290、阿野如月選手 with Rocket Bunny Racing.
So let's see how Kisaragi Awano is going to do on her second qualify run in her JZX 100 Cresta. Here she is coming through the chicane.
さあ、1本目0点なので2本目なんとかポイントを入れたい。
This
She got
outer,
an incomplete on her first run, so hopefully she gets a score on the second.
exactly, this outer zone 1 has been killer. Looks like she's taking a little bit easy. Oh, too easy right there. Losing it right after that 3-2-1, entering to that outer zone 1.
Safe. She didn't go into the gravel this time. Man,
Ooh.
ちょっともうこの路面は苦手なのかなといった感じです。I don't think the rain and the wet is her specialties. By looking at how she's driving today, she did great at the last event where she made it into the top 16, but right here it looked like she slowed the pace down a lot more than she did on the first run, but she still spun out. 1本目と比べてペースをすごく落として、イニシエーションですね、振り出しのところまで、行きましたが、それでもですねちょっとコントロール下に置けなかったということで、残念ながら阿野選手2本目も0点ということです。
There's the official score right there for incomplete run. So right now we are starting off pretty rough. And like I was saying early on, next at the line right there is number 65, Yoshimi Mori in the Team Mori S15. Got it incomplete on his first qualify run. Let's see what he's going to do for his second qualify run.
さあ、2本目の走行です。カーナンバー65、森吉美選手。2本目、1本目0点、2本目なんとかポイント入れたい。Sitting on a incomplete on his first run, so.
Here he is coming through that 3-2-1. Very aggressive right there through that 3-2-1. Dipping a tire early on. Here he is, hard angle coming to outer zone 1, but unable to carry it to the outer part of outer zone 1. And yeah, his car just kind of gave up on him there. So very unfortunate, incomplete. Like I said, we have 26 drivers, so 10 drivers are guaranteed are going to be going home, but they're making it a little easy.
10代予選通らないドライバーがもしかしたらそれ以上になってしまうかもしれないですね、このペースでいくと。さあ2本目森選手0点、インコンプリートになってしまいましたが、多分ちょっと多くのドライバーが雨だから食わせようとして、反対に縦と横がグリップの差が激しすぎてスピンしてるんじゃないかなってちょっと思いましたが、残念ながら森選手2本目も0点。That's an incomplete. Unfortunate for Mori on the second run. And I have to go back to car number 215 Takada. ゼッケン215高田選手、なんと5分間ルール使い切ってしまいましてリタイアということです。残念。So he is out. Takada is out because he couldn't make the 5-minute rule. Let's go back to the program. さあ続いてのドライバー、スタート地点についているゼッケン767ラーマン・ラッセル選手、RS 渡辺、ガレドリ and Buy Now Japan.
So Rahman Russell is ready to go at the start line in his JZX 100 chaser, rocking the Watanabes, coming through the chicane into the 3-2-1 here. Needs to hold through right here, make outer zone 1 complete. Looks like he's struggling a little bit to get initiation. Oh, and over rotates and finds himself right there in the washout point in the gravel.
いやー、またしても0点が2つ続いてしまいました。これでですね、8台。
So right now we have 8 knocked out, all off of incompletes.
これでですね、もし16台点数がなくても、例えば14台しか点数がなかったとしたら、15位と16位の対戦相手のドライバーは不戦勝で16から8にすぐに行けるという形になりますので、なんとかですね、16台のドライバーはなんとかスコアを入れていただいて、明日の追走につなげてもらいたいなと思いますが、ラーマン選手0点。So Rahman Russell, he is knocked out from the competition with an incomplete. さあ続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン29番山川貴信選手 LB Racing Jr. with 焼肉モモゾ with Midwest Motors with MJC.
Here you go. Takanobu Yamakawa ready to go. Let's see how he's going to do in his beautifully built Liberty Walk Racing Jr.
さあ今ちょっと、
S15
構成層、入っていますので少々お待ちください。さあさっきの山川選手もですね、ちょっとしたミスで、0点になってしまいましたが、
Yeah, he had a beautiful run last time. I think he dipped 3 tires out. The outer zone 1 definitely knocked him out. So we'll see how he's going to do this time in his entry. Like I said before, he started out with an SR early on this season and stepped it up to a 2J. Definitely the power band where he wants to be at because this is a very aggressive driver.
さあ先ほどの走行もね山川選手0点だったんですが1のアウトでちょっと散奪してしまいまして0点しかしそれ以外はかなりいい走りだったので期待してみたいと思います。
There he is right here, early on, very aggressive right there through that 3-2-1. Here he is coming around to this outer zone one. Can he? Just losing it. And losing his bumper at the same time. Here he is coming through the touch and go. And like I said, he has the rest of the track understood and he has it down. Look at that right there, riding that wall. Woo, beautiful job right there. But this whole track he has down. It's just that entry into that outer zone one he is struggling with.
いやもうアウトゾーン1の処理がなんとかなれば、全体的にいい走りだったんじゃないかなと思いますがやはり鬼門となるアウトゾーン1この速度差がですね、どういうふうに走っていいかっていうのをまだドライバーがつかめてないところだと思いますが It looks like a lot of the drivers are having a huge amount of trouble how to tackle outside zone 1 because of the speed difference where you're coming down the straight and you're going fast and you make the car go sideways. It's wet. There's just so much going on. And man, it's unfortunate that Yamakawa is knocked out for the weekend.
Yeah, and at the same time, coming through that straight to that 3-2-1, there's actually a slight decline in the track coming into that outer zone one. So it's a lot of the momentum's carrying itself very hard. You can obviously see outer zone one being the struggle point.
さあ山川選手、残念ながら0点そして山川選手でなんと 0.2 個、9台目ということですなのでこれで16台トップ16が集まらない可能性がちょっと出てきましたねなので、なんとかもうここはですねスコアをなんとか入れる、戻らないコースアウトをしないもう本当そういう走りを心がけないとその数がどんどん増えていってしまう恐れがあります。さあ続いてのドライバーです。今ですねコース清掃、バンパー落ちているバンパー拾い上げたところですが続いてのドライバーこちらも1本目0点ゼッケン219杉田秀彦選手 Worker
Next up is number 219, Hidehiko Sugita and his C33 Laurel.
also sitting on an incomplete
So does this mean we're going to a round 3 of qualifying if we don't have enough to fill 16 slots?
予選3本目ってあるんですかないですよねThere is no round 3
All right,
3
so
本目
these-
ないですなので2本で決めてください
Exactly. So these drivers need to pick it up right now. We have 9 incomplete. So we have 9 drivers already knocked out. We can only take 10 out, and then we're in our top 16. So these drivers really need to pick it up, and hopefully their spotters are giving them right key points of, outer zone 1, just take it easy and just complete the zone. So it looks like he's ready to go, and you guys are viewing me right now, and Robbie, as he strokes his beard.
growing my beard
This looks really
I didn't
healthy.
yeah I'm going to see how long
And according to Robbie, I'm growing my chin.
Christmas is coming up soon so Santa Claus
I mean, you do have the white flakes in there, so or not flakes, but strands.
さあ、杉田選手の2本目
All right, let's see if Sugita is going to do a good job. Like Robbie said, he is on an incomplete, leaving the chicane right now, coming into the 3-2-1. Let's see how he's going to go. Just holding on right there through that 3-2-1. Here he is, ripping into outer zone 1. Looking good right now. Beautiful job.
There you go
Now let's see this second portion of the track coming through the touch and go to outer zone 1. Nice job through that touch and go. Could have been a little deeper through that outer zone 1 and into outer zone 2 right there. But here is the last stretch right here to finish his run. Coming into this inside clip to the finish, and it looks like it's a run in the books for Sugita.
杉田選手スコア入りますさあ内容的には、ラインジャッジからしてみてやっぱりちょっと遠い部分がいっぱいありましたが、ね、これ得点を入れるっていうのがもうまずもうすごく、大切な部分だと思うのでこちら、全体的な走行としては、スコアは非常に高い部分ではないと思いますが、なんとか走り切ったということで、杉田選手も多分ほっと胸をなで下ろしてるんではないかなと思います。I'm pretty sure that he's probably nervous and he was like, "Whew, I made it."
Oh yeah,
Got a
just
score,
holding on.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the drivers are
There you
listening.
go.
There you go, 74
70
his.
ポイントです。
But I hope the drivers are listening and hearing us that literally you got to just put a run in the books and it's like you're in for top 16.
Yes, it pretty much is.
So You can say that in Japanese so they can
さあ、
understand
本当
that.
そうですね、もう今からスコアが入れば、もうほぼ16に入れるという、形になってきましたので、さあ、続いてのドライバーも1本目0点なんですが、ゼッケン2番、Dr. Rubber AMC Racing。
And Dr. Rubber had a solid run, but just wasn't able to hold on from that outer zone. One, I believe it was, is when he dipped 3 tires. But here he is with the flapping front end, hood coming around to this outer zone 1. It's looking good right now. Could be a little deeper there, right on that edge of outer zone 1. Here he is through the touch and go. Just got to carry it through. Nice job through outer zone 2 there. Could have been just a little bit deeper. And there he is right in that wall. Ooh, a little far from that wall. And here's where he's got to hold on, going uphill through this inside clip here. Just adjusting his car and carrying it through. Ooh, almost straightening right there at the finish, but got to run in the books.
さあ、今の走行点数は入ります。ミスターラバー、ドクターラバー、ミスターラバーじゃねえ、ドクターラバー、ラバー博士、得点は入ります。でこちらもですね、同じく先ほどの走行と同じくですね、ラインはびっちりアウトに全部寄っている、感じではありません。このゴールもですね、結構遠いところで、通過していますが、とりあえず得点が入るということで、さあ何点になるか。
So just saving himself right there. But yeah, you can see how he kind of looked like he gripped up a little bit through that outer zone 3, and
Got
it kind of
close.
sucked him in. So
But he was like, you know what? I just want to get a score.
yeah,
He did.
there you go, 68.
さあ、68ポイント。ここでですね、今の段階で言うと、スコアが全部入ったら1人だけ脱落するという、ことですね。I think only, as of now, if everybody gets a score, only one person is going to get knocked out.
Exactly.
Right?
And we're so far halfway through the list.
Yes, we are.
We're on the second half, and this is where it gets really exciting.
さあ、続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン200番、二川隆選手、RNT ファクトリー。こちらも1本目0点なので、なんとかスコアを入れないと。
Let's see how Takashi Futagawa is going to do in his RNT Factory Soar. Lost it early on, entering into outer zone 1. Is he going to be able to carry it through this time? Looks like he's holding it. Oh, just adjusting himself. And oh, and over.
さあ、
We thought he was going to be able to save it, but you can see right there, he tried to get right back on it to keep it into drift, and it was too much.
二川選手、なんとか耐えそうだったのに、ダメでした。2本0点ということで、ここからスコア入ってるドライバー以外、スコア入れてないドライバーはここからスコアが入れば予選通ります。それが40点だろうが30点だろうがですが、インコンプリート0点にはなれないです。なので、なんとか走り切って、なんとかスコアを入れてもらいたいと思います。
So like Robbie just said, that's our 10th driver right there. So
That got double zeros.
Exactly. So everybody here on out, if they put a score in the books, they're in for top 16 for tomorrow's
You just
battles.
can't get an incomplete.
Exactly. Well, there's a few that can, but
Yeah. No,
let's just get runs.
さあ、続いてのドライバー、ゼッケン78番、池本和真選手、プログレス。さあ、池本選手も1本目0点。
Let's see what Kazuma Ikemoto is going to do in his S14. Got a 0 or an incomplete for his first qualify run. Looks like he's testing himself right there early on through that 3-2-1. Struggling just a little bit through that 3-2-1, but holding on, coming around to this outer zone 1. Here it is, right there, riding that line on outer zone 1. Nice job coming through this touch and go. Real deep into that touch and go. Oh, no! And locked up right there, entering into that outer zone 2. Ooh, and just losing it.
ということで、残念ながら明日ベスト15になってしまいましたね。
Looks like Robbie said, it's going to be the best of 15 so far. The rain and Mother Nature is just taking them
残念なが
out.
ら池本選手2本目ももう振り出しもかなり遅れているんですが、それをちょっと多めに見たとしても、もうここ、アウトゾーン2の、付近でですね、まあ、コースアウトまっすぐ、車が進んでいってしまったという形なので、ここでまた0点となってしまいました。So that's another incomplete by Ikemoto. That's 2 incompletes. We only have 15 drivers that are eligible to make it into tomorrow still, because I'm not going to even speak, because we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers with zeros on their first run, and including this guy, car number 11、サム・ルーカス、Summit with Gamer Subs。彼もですね、1本目0点ということで、2本目なんとかスコアを入れないと、明日のベスト16に進めません。
And let's see how he's going to do. All you fans out there asking how he's doing. Let's see how he's going to do it. See if he's going to put a solid run together right here through the 3-2-1. Nice job. Huge entry right there with a flicker of the light, giving us a little wink coming into outer zone 1. Nice job through outer zone 1 right there. Rippin holding on into this touch and go. Here he is through the second half of the track. Just have to carry it and hold it through the second part of the track. Could have been a little deeper there through outer zone 2. Oh, no! And just shooting in, diving through that second portion of the track.
もったいない。That's 4 tires。今のはもう4脱です。インでもですね、コースの外に、出てしまいました。まあ、今、ラインのスコアで言いますとね、もう1のアウトなんてほぼ満点。そして振り返して壁に行くところですね。ここからちょっと何か狂ったのか。Right here, it looked like things didn't go the way he wanted it because he dove right in. Man, oh man.
Yeah, just like we saw for Dr. Rubber right there, he wasn't fully deep enough out there to carry his car once he accelerated, because once you hit that inside part right there, it's an uphill battle, so they really have to be on their throttle to keep it in drift.
いや、今のですね、エリアは多分ね、このウェットな状態で難しい部分かなと思いますね。やっぱりその路面のちょっと変化がありまして、あとは高低差が少しあるというところです。サム・ルーカス選手、残念ながら2本目も0点となってしまいました。So that's an incomplete, official incomplete by Samit on his second run as well. Unfortunate not to be able to see him.
They're asking for a one more
tomorrow.
time.
Man, I would have to say I want to see it one more time by a lot of these drivers because
Exactly.
we only have 14 drivers that are eligible as of now. さあ、続いてのドライバーゼッケン654北川浩二選手、リーブレイシング2本目の走行です。なんとかスコアを入れたい。
Let's see how Koji Kitagawa is going to do here. Entering into this 3-2-1, initiating right there real late, trying to carry it to the outer zone 1. Oh, just washing out right there. The start of outer zone 1. And it's not looking good.
いやー、またもや、2本0点のドライバーが増えてしまいました。北川選手1のアウトでコースアウト。北川 making his way outside of the track on the outside zone 1. He actually stalled over there at the end clip as well, but that's going to be an incomplete too. 今ですね、現在スコアが入っているドライバーが8台ですね。Only 8 scores that we have now, so we have 8 more slots, but we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers that has a 0. さあ、続いてですね、明るくいきましょう。続いてのゼッケンカーナンバー48、北芝智之選手 OS 技研スノコ。1本目でも69点取ってます。Kitashiba already had the score.
Yes, he was our first scorer in the books. Let's see how he's going to do this time around on a second qualify run. See if he can get that top qualify spot. Nice job leaving that 3-2-1. Very subtle on that, but just trying to carry that momentum through. Just dipping, looks like 2 tires there through outer zone 1. Catching it back here through the touch and go. Not too bad through outer zone 2. And here he is right up against the wall. And then riding that line back up through this inside clip. Finishing strong.
さあ、北芝選手の2本目です。アウトゾーン1、ちょっと離脱をしてしまっているので、 ちょっと行き過ぎてラインのスコアここで伸ばせないところですが、他の部分ですね、このタッチ&ゴーの付近、そしてアウトゾーンに、かなり寄り切れている感じです。そしてウォールも果敢に攻めて、なんとかウォールに近寄っていった、走り、そして最後にですね、こうインクリップ、振り返してからのインクリップ、なんともですねベテランらしいスムーズな走りを、ここで、北島選手2本目スコアが入っているので何点になるのか。
Boom, 73. So he went from a 69 to a 73.
さあ先ほどの69から今度は73ポイントにポイントを上げてきました北芝選手2本目でした。ということでもう、予選通過はねスコア入れているドライバーも確定という、ところなので、次スコアが、入っているドライバーもう一人、ゼッケン168箕輪正代選手 Heyman, another driver with the score.
Exactly. With a 75 is Masayo Minoa in the Heyman JZX 100 Mark II. Did a solid job. We were very impressed by her entry coming through that 3-2-1 and carrying it right on the perfect spot of outer zone 1. And here she is coming through the 3-2-1. Let's see how she's going to enter into this outer zone. And look at that. Once again, right there.
Oh,
Just dipping a few tires, but not too bad at all. Here she is coming back around through the touch and go. Oh, just trying to kick it back out. Here she is coming to this outer zone 3 to the wall. Able to carry it all the way out and around. Now let's see the strong finish by her. 75 is what she first got on her first qualify run. Is this going to be enough to boost her score?
さあちょっと、角度は浅めだったんですがライン、結構いいところまで行っていたと思います。全体的に。さあ箕輪選手の2本目ですね。タッチ&ゴー過ぎてからのラインが、ちょっと空いてますが全体的になんとか、走り切れた走り。It looked like she was able to put together a run, and man, I'd have to say that's a lot of concentration right there because all these cars are getting double zeros, and she makes 2 runs and solid runs, and there you go, 73. さあ先ほどのスコア75点だったんですが2本目は73点ということで、明日のランキングにベスト16のランキングに、反映されるスコアは75ポイント。箕輪選手2本とも、スコアを取れた、素晴らしい走りでした。さあ続いてのドライバーです。ゼッケン16番渡辺浩太選手 Red Ace and Props。こちら渡辺選手も1本目スコアを、取っているドライバーです。There's another、driver with a score there.
Kota Watanabe just leaving the chicane now, entering the 3-2-1. Got a 74 on his first qualify run. Look at that, early on, trying to come around to outer zone, real hot. Oh, not able to hold on right there. Just saving the car from that washout point.
ということで、渡辺選手、1本目を越すための2本目、果敢に攻めましたが、攻めすぎたか、アウト1で大失敗、0点となってしまいました。That's an incomplete by Watanabe. I'm pretty sure he went in a little harder than he wanted to because he wanted to get a better score than his first run, but unfortunately it didn't work out for him. So he gets an incomplete for his second run, and his first run is a 74, so he makes it into the top 16. 1本目が、74ポイント、渡辺選手取っているので、明日のベスト16に、のトップ16の、追走には、残れるということですね。さあこちらです。渡辺選手2本目0点インコンプリート。さあ続いてのドライバー、もうこちらもね、80点1本目で取ってます。ゼッケン870花輪明宏選手 Wide Factory Eternal with Speedmaster.
Next is number 870, Akihiro Hanawa in his S14.
Already with the score as well.
Yes,
with
got
an
an
80.
80 right
Yep.
now. Sitting in second for qualify. So let's see how he's going to step it up and see what he wants to do to get that top spot for qualifying. Here he is ready to go, coming up to this 3-2-1. Nice job, holding on right there. Looks like he had a lot of momentum carried through, but able to take it all the way out to outer zone 1. Ooh, just dipping. Oh, looks like he might have dipped 3-0 and then losing it right there at the second part, or the second half of outer zone 1. Very unfortunate, but hey, 80 is a very solid run, especially for today's conditions.
1本目 が80ポイント取っているのでちょっと果敢に攻めたのか、花輪選手ちょっと、アウトゾーン1オーバーランしてしまってそのまま、車がスピン状態になってしまったという形です。2本目残念ですが0点、インコンプリートになりましたが1本目80ポイントで明日の予選は、通過となります。Yeah, I mean, some of these drivers that already has a score, maybe they're coming in and trying to do things and experiment things, different things, since, you know, they're already in. But I'd have to say, is it raining? Oh, it's still raining, but it's a lot.
It's settled down.
lighter,
Yeah, it's settled down, but the track conditions are pretty much the same. You
まだ
still got.
そうですね、コースが全部まだウェットですが、ちょっと雨が、ちょっとゆっくりになってきたかなっていう形ですが、全ウェットなのでね、同じ条件だと思いますが、さあ続いてのドライバーも、1本目で得点取ってます。ゼッケン220石塚真一選手、Auto Garages.
So next up is Shinichi Suzuka. Already has a score in the books. Got a 77 on his first qualify run. It looks like he's bringing some heat this time around through the 3-2-1. Nice job carrying it all the way out to this outer zone 1 early on right there. Nice job holding on to that momentum. Here he is coming through the touch and go. Definitely wants to improve his score. Here he is through that outer zone 2. Oh, just taking it all the way out to that outer zone wall of outer zone 3. Riding that wall around to the inside clip, and look at this finishing. Oh, almost too strong there, and yeah, straightening up right at the finish. That was a solid run though.
Man,
I definitely had strong feelings at his 77
今
point.
のはさっきの77点より上を行くんじゃないかと思わせる走り、結構ねアウトゾーンもずっとアウトを舐めるような走り、そして、壁沿いもですねここからちょっとドキッとするような、この見てください、この角度、そして進入の方法がねドキッとするような走りだったんですが、この振り返しのインクリップのあたり、車が戻ってしまいました。ちょっと、リアが流れすぎたみたいです。Looks like he overcooked it at the inside clip and got a zero, so that's an incomplete. 残念ながら2本目0点。
Yeah, it was looking very promising for his 77-point score to be boosted up, but unfortunately couldn't hold it right there through the finish.
さあこちらのドライバー1本目なんと0点、ゼッケン840、山下和孝選手、Cos Power sitting on an incomplete. What's he going to do for a second run?
Let's see how Kazutaka Yamashita is going to do on his second qualify run. Experimented on his first one. This is where he's got to actually lay some points on the board. Real early on, being very aggressive, but able to hold on to his car. Just manipulating the car with the right amount of angle through that outer zone 1. Here he is, coming, go, touch and go right there. Kicking it back around. Here he is. He's got to finish it here. That touch and go was very, we'll have to see the replay on the touch and go, but there he is finishing strong through this inside clip here. And you can see how slick it is right there. He really has to manipulate his car and the throttle to get that nice rotation.
いや今のはすごい、まあ壁沿いも良かったんですが、アウトゾーン1も素晴らしい、走りでしたが、ちょっとリプレイを再確認しなきゃいけない部分、このタッチアンドゴーから出てくるところですね。タッチアンドゴー行くところ、うわー、今のは振り返しではなく車をまっすぐ走らせてしまった。これはちょっと厳しいんじゃないか、山下選手。Yeah, it doesn't look so good for Yamashita because the outside zone 1 to the touch and go, it looked like he did have to drive straight into it.
Yeah, it was a huge correction straightening his car, and like you all are asking on there, if you straighten up, it's an incomplete.
Yep, that's an incomplete. 残念ながら今の2本目も0点となってしまった山下選手、どんどん明日の、予選通過者が減っていきます。なんと、残念ながら今回山下選手予選敗退となってしまいました。続いてのドライバー、ゼッケン84番柴山翔太選手、Impact Hardcore Racing、こちらも1本目0点。
Let's see how Shota Shibayama is going to do on his second qualify run in his Impact Hardcore Racing JZX 100 Mark II. And here he is leaving the chicane into the 3-2-1. Sounds very aggressive coming in right here. Let's see if he can carry it through. He lost it right there last time, but able to hold on right there. Now he has to finish this second portion of the track, coming through the touch and go into outer zone 2 there. And man, he is not letting go. He's being as aggressive as he can right there, right in that wall. Now here it is right here. The challenging part is holding it together through this touch to this inner clip. And
首が痛くなってきた。Dude, my neck hurts from the cringing. もう今の本当にもったいないな。柴山選手もなんと前回優勝ドライバーここで予選敗退です。
As
The
much
podium, first place winner of last round is knocked out here. Didn't even get into the
just off qualifying.
Man.
Very unfortunate, but hey, rules are rules, and this is how it goes. When you straighten up, huge corrections that you gotta, at the end of the day, you have to think. They're laying down a run for someone that would be chasing them.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
で今ね、この0点厳しいんじゃないかとかっていつも言われるんですが、今の先行の走りだとしたら、後追いの車は行き場所ないですね。ということで先行の走りっていうのは、追走ができる前の走りをしてもらわなきゃいけないっていうのがあるので、それが大前提で、こちら予選を進めているので、もちろん戻ってしまう、コースアウトしてしまう、そのような走行というのはね、もちろん0点になってしまいます。それもね、ドラミでいっぱい、散々お話ししているのでね、もう本当に路面のコンディションのせいにするしかないのかなっていうところもありますが。残念ながら、予選敗退者が続出しています。It looks like there's a lot of cars not making it into the qualify, and I'm going to blame it on the track conditions. But we've talked about it so many times at drivers' meetings and everywhere where you can't straighten, you can't go off course, and you can't spin out. Because,
and the biggest
you got to treat it as a lead run.
I mean, as much as how bad the track conditions are, they've had practice in it, and the whole competition happened in this condition.
And there's drivers that can make it too.
Yes.
続いてのドライバーも0点、2本目なんとかスコアを入れてもらいたいです。ゼッケン620平岡秀夫選手、Team HRK Rapid.
Here you go, Hiraoka coming around to the 3-2-1. He's sitting on an incomplete right now. He got third at Okuibuki. Let's see if he can carry it through and land a top spot into this qualify session for competitions tomorrow. It looks like he's playing it real easy. But he has to finish strong here. It can't be too easy right here because this is where a few drivers have spun out through this inside clip. Just has to hold on right here into the finish, and there you go.
ラインはそんなに良くなかったけど、
Yeah, not the best line, but he got a run in the books.
さあ、平岡選手の2本目です。なんとかスコアは入ったみたいですが、こちらアウトゾーン1、の部分ですね。ちょっと、逸脱してしまいまして、そこでもちょっと減点があります。そしてタッチ&ゴー、アウトゾーンに結構、よくトレースできたんじゃないかなと思います。さあ、これでスコアが入りましたということで、平岡選手もね、明日の予選、明日のトップ16走ることができます。2本目64ポイントですが、もうスコアをもう取れたということで、明日の追走に、駒を進めていきます。
So 64 for him. Next at the line, ready to go.
さあこちら現在、予選トップスコア84ポイントを叩き出しているゼッケン206松井幸雄選手 Team Ocean Plus S with M2 Evolution なんですが、もう多分84ポイント取ってるんでちょっと余裕な気分なのかな。
Let's see how Yukio Matsui gonna do in his second qualifier. Look at that huge aggression right there with the back. Pulling a backy right there, coming around outer zone 1, just holding on. He got an 84 on his first qualify run, and you already know it's kind of an unchaseable run at that point, but he's making it very exciting right now for these last few runs we have left in qualifying for the 2022 Round 5 here for the Yokohama Presents FDJ2 Qualify Session.
今のはもうなんとか走り切ろうとしていますが、もう最初の失敗で多分、スコアが伸びないことを多分自覚しているのか、バック進入といった形になってしまいますと、こちらですね、ちょっともう、ハーフスピン状態になっているところを耐えてなんとかなりましたが、 角度がついてかっこいいんですけど、これがね追走になってしまいますと後ろの車が行き場所なくなってしまうということで、このですねタッチ&ゴー出ていくところもちょっとまっすぐになってしまったというところ、全体的に見てこの走行はちょっと追走にならない走行なので、残念ながら2本目0点、しかし1本目84点取っているのでね、明日のトップ16には駒を進められる。
And we're down to our last two drivers, and the last two drivers incompleted. So this is definitely a lot of pressure on them, closing us out for this round 5 of qualifying.
Yeah, I was explaining about his run right now. I mean, he was able to make a run, but it was just over the top and, unchaseable lead. So let's go ahead and see. さあ、ランキング2位のゼッケン283、長澤翼選手、翼紹介 with hardcore。現在0点、2本目、得点を入れないと、なんとか入れたいです。
Let's see how Nagasawa is going to do here. He almost landed a solid, beautiful run, but unfortunately toward the end ruined it. But here he is coming around early on into outer zone 1, just holding on right there. And here he is. He has to finish the rest of the track through the touch and go, coming around to this outer zone 2 here, real deep into outer zone 2. And just playing with the car. Woo! I think that's the closest we've seen so far on that wall. And here he is ripping up into this inside clip. And we got a run for Nagasawa.
さあ、長澤選手2本目、1本目0点を取ったのになんとか抑えて走るのではなく、結構壁、ギリギリに走ってきました。こちらですね、アウトゾーン1も、難なくクリア、そしてちょっと浅めですが、タッチ&ゴー、そしてアウトゾーン2、なんとかトレース、そしてこの壁沿いですね、角度ちょっと浅めなんですが、すごく寄って、迫力のある走り、そしてこの振り返しのインクリップ少し開けてしまいましたが、全体的に見たら、悪くないんではないかなと思いますが、ライン上の、スコアは、なかなかの得点。さあ、アングルも浅かった、そしてスタイルもちょっと低めだけど68点取ったので明日のベスト16に、残りました。 Congratulations to Nagasawa, he made it in. I would have to say angle very shallow. Overall the line was okay, but he made it in, so that's all that matters.
Exactly. Next up, sitting at the line, ready to go.
さあ、次のドライバー、現在ランキング1位、ゼッケン270、堀内陸斗選手、堀内ファクトリー、1本目0点、2本目なんとかスコアを残さないと明日につながらない。
Horiuchi's got to put a score in the books here. It looks like he's coming real aggressive, not worried about his incomplete. Oh!
No!
And just losing it right there early on through outer zone 1. And right there you can see the second part finishing. But man, taking out his side over fender and everything.
なんと
As the points leader right there, that is not the way you want to walk away from round 5.
なんとここラウンド5、来たところ、現在ポイントランキング1位の堀内陸斗選手、ここで痛恨のミス、1本目も0点、そして2本目も0点になってしまいました。 That's an incomplete by Horiuchi.A huge mistake made by him at the outside zone 1, and it is very unfortunate that he is knocked out, is not going to be driving for tomorrow's top 16.
Yeah, that's very rough. A lot of driver I was very surprised about today, especially the conditions that we were in, that they didn't make it. It's very unfortunate, but like I said, they practiced in it, and now they had to perform in it, and unfortunately some of these drivers were unable to get scores in the books.
いや、なんと今日26台中スコア取れた選手なんと10台ということで、明日のトップ16、10台しかいないということで、最初の6台は、不戦勝でもう、無条件でベスト8に、進むということですね。うわー、こんな結果になるとは、自分も昨日到着したんですが、こんな結果にまさかなるとは全く予想もできなかった。I did not see this coming yesterday. I knew it was going to be very close and hard, but I did not see the top drivers getting knocked out. Talking about Horiuchi getting knocked out, and we have Yamashita and Shibayama also knocked out. And we had the fan favorite, Samet is knocked out as well. There's a lot of guys that didn't make it into tomorrow, which I did not even think.
Exactly. With the experience levels that they have, it's very crazy to see this because, I mean, I know the conditions were bad, but man, it's rough out there seeing them struggle through, especially Outer Zone 1. That was the biggest thing. It was the common denominator between all drivers. Outer Zone 1 was really giving them a hard time, and that's where they found themselves washing out and getting their incompletes.
いやー、本当ですね。今日この結果を全く予想できませんでした。そしてこの岡山のこのウェットの路面がどれだけこの FDJ2 のドライバーたちを苦しめたのかっていうのをね、 FDJ のドライバーたちも多分まざまざと見せつけられたと思うんですが、ここでですね、今日、単走1位となった、ドライバーの、走りをちょっともう一回見ていきましょう。Let's go ahead and check out the top qualifiers run here today at Okayama's qualify for FDJ2. さあこちらですね、松井幸雄選手の、1本目。That's the first run of Yukio Matsui. Look at that. A lot of angle, very aggressive and on the line. And that was like a perfect way for him to enter. He wasn't all the way out, all the way to the end of outside zone 1, but it was good enough to be the first run. Makes it around outside zone 2 and outside zone 3. Look at that angle. Makes it around the turn. And it looks like it's a little bit more wet than how it was looking now. こちらですね、さっきのがちょっともっとウェットだったんじゃないかなというところ、ちょっとやっぱ路面のねコンディションが変わっていく中、苦戦したドライバーもいっぱいいたと思いますが、かなりアウトラインが走れてですね、松井選手、めでたく明日の予選トップで84ポイントで、今日の予選通過ということです。
So yeah, that was definitely a lot of, I guess, questions asked during that session because we weren't expecting a lot of these zeros like Robbie was saying, but tomorrow we're going to roll into the top 16 battles and then we're going to go straight into qualifying for the Pro Series. And then this evening, if you're in the area, they're doing the Pro practice session, which is going to be very interesting because of the weather conditions for tomorrow and today.
Yeah, because it looks like the rain is about to go away and it's going to become dry this afternoon, so it's going to be interesting. さあ、今日のねこの結果をね誰もが多分予測できなかったんじゃないかなと思いますが、この雨の天候、そしてですねやっぱり練習時間も少し少なめの FDJ2 のドライバーもね多分経験値としては多分苦戦したドライバーが本当にいっぱいいたと思いますが、皆さんねできる限りの走りをしたと思いますので、肩を落とさずね次回、最終戦も残っているので、今回予選通らなかったドライバーも次回、なんとか頑張ってもらいたいなと思います。I know the track conditions been changing and not having a lot of practice time. A lot of these drivers probably suffered from experience, and all these drivers, a lot of the drivers are not veterans, so this is something new to them. And even if you didn't make it into tomorrow's top 16, hopefully you come back stronger for next round, FDJ2, which is going to be the last round, and it's going to be round 6. さあ明日なんですが、この天候と打って変わって晴れていれば白煙黙々の、スモークショーが見られると思いますので、足を運んでいただける方ぜひ、明日、見に来ていただいて、今日の午後も、ホームヤドリと FDJ の、練習走行、そして明日は、午後 FDJ の、予選も午後ありますので FDJ2 のトップ16、そして明日の、FDJ の予選も、ライブストリームをご覧にいただくか、岡山サーキットへ遊びに来てください。
And thank you for you viewers out there for checking us out. We will be live tomorrow once again in Japanese and English on one channel. So check us out. Thank you, Robbie. The fans out there said thank you for your amazing translating, and you're like triple hatting right now. So
no, thank you very much. Thank you for coming and watching this. And ライブストリームの皆さん本当にありがとうございます。見ていただいて、そして足を運べる方ぜひ遊びに来てください。And if you can make it out here tomorrow, I know you guys are far, but if you can, please make it out here. And thank you very much, Kenny, for doing this and picking up my slack after me. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. また皆さん明日お会いしましょう。バイビー。
Bye.
フォーミュラドリフトジャパン。
横浜
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis. The brightness called brilliant, blinding and vivid. Valentine.
What's up, guys? It's Frederick Galspo, and I use RSR suspension on all my drift cars. I love RSR. Iyo RSR Ichiban.